12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Wrapping up the Lehigh Valley IronPigs pregame show, Sam Jelinek here with you from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth as the IronPigs and the Scranton Wilkes-Barre RailRiders renew the Iron Rail. Here today as the Pigs come in, well, it has been a unbelievably tough month of May for them. They are now at 20-25, 5 games under 500, losing 5 of 6 to Rochester up in New York last week, while the RailRiders were at home in Moosic, splitting a 6-game set with Syracuse and are now 23-20 on the season, which doesn't sound like much, but only puts them 3 games back of the IL first half leaders, the Memphis Redbirds, at 27-18. So with all of that in mind, that sets the scene for today as the IronPigs will try to return home and, well, get on the board first and foremost and maybe come away with a victory. IronPigs have been shut out back-to-back games. They have never been shut out in 3 straight games in franchise history, and nobody here in the IL, prior to the Pigs Saturday and Sunday, have been shut out in back-to-back games. So they'll try to avoid a 3rd straight shutout loss and potentially a 4th straight loss overall, as they have not scored in 22 consecutive innings. Scranton Wilkes-Barre's strength is not their pitching. It has mostly been their bats. Although they do have some good arms, their rotation and their pitching is in a bit of flux thanks to Garrett Cole being on rehab over the past couple of weeks. Some starters who have gone up and down as well. Trying to piece that all together has been, well, pretty difficult for Shelley Duncan and the RailRiders staff. But that's where things stand for both teams. Let's get you the starting lineups now, brought to you by PSECU. PSECU, where members achieve more. For Scranton Wilkes-Barre, led by their erstwhile manager, Shelley Duncan. Shelley has George Lombard Jr. leading things off. He's going to play shortstop. Yankiel Fernandez, the right fielder, batting second. Marco Luciano, the second baseman, hits third. Oswaldo Cabrera, the third baseman, will be the cleanup man, followed by Seth Brown, first base. Ellie Sanchez doing the catching, hits 6th. Ernesto Martinez Jr. DHs and hits 7th. Jonathan Ornelas is the left fielder, hitting 8th. And Duke Ellis bats 9th, playing center, with Brenton Beck drawing the start for Scranton. Beck 3-2, 4.43 ERA, made his major league debut earlier this season for the Yankees. For the IronPigs, and manager Tank Allen is in their lineup, brought to you by PSECU. PSECU, remembers, achieve more. It'll be Stuart Baroa to lead things off. He's in center field, making his return to the IronPigs after his first month-long stint in the majors. It is Felix Reyes batting second and DHing. Dylan Carlson, acquired last week. He's going to be batting third and playing left. Leover Figueroa at first base is the cleanup man. Brian De La Cruz in right field hits 5th. Paul McIntosh doing the catching will hit 6th. In the 7th hole, it's Dylan Moore, also added to the roster last week. He'll play second base, hitting 7th. Carter Keyboom, batting 8th, is the third baseman, and batting 9th. Sergio Alcantara plays shortstop, rounding things out with Levi Stout starting tonight for the IronPigs. Stout made his first appearance as a Pig last week. It was a scoreless inning. He will open for the Pigs with Ryan Cusick slated to go in bulk after him. So those are your starting lineups, and Stout just about to lead the Pigs out onto the field, which means it's time for our national anthem, brought to you by Allied Personnel Services. Ready to step up to the plate with your job search? Hit a home run with the best jobs, best companies, and best pay in the Valley when you team up with Allied Personnel Services, Lehigh Valley's hiring experts for more than 40 years. Visit AlliedPS.com today to see all of the great jobs available. We'll go ahead, take one final break. When we come back, it'll be time for first pitch. IronPigs and RailRiders renew the Iron Rail. First pitch coming up next here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball on the IronPigs Radio Network.
And Fergus swings at the high drive deep center. Brennan going back to the track. At the wall, Kane Fergus! He wins it! It's Fergalicious!
IronPigs Baseball is brought to you by Air Products, Bebron, Capital Blue Cross, Coca-Cola, Cyan Sky Copiers.
Castro swings and unloads deep down. It's gone.
Eastern Lift Truck Company, Good Shepherd Rehabilitation, Hilton Garden Inn, and Staybridge Suites.
So one pitch, Ricola swings and blasts it. Deep right center, he's staring, he's watching, it's gone! A 3-run no-doubter for Gabriel Tonez.
Near the pack, Lehigh Valley Health Network, NJM Insurance, Richmore Florists.
3-2. Sanger swings, drives it the air towards left. Falling pass, Reyes hustling in into a slide. They pick it. He did. Sliding catch, Felix Reyes. Carrying your horse, baby boy.
Riverview Country Club, Robertson Insurance, Service Electric, St. Luke's Health Network, TD Bank, Good Morning Call, and WFMZ 69 News.
The 3-2 pitch. Anthony swings. It's a line drive deep right. Gallagher's back to the track. It's off the wall. Coming to score the table. Wilson behind him. And Anthony wasted.
Now, let's go live to the Cyan Sky broadcast booth with the voice of the IronPigs, Sam Jelnick.
On a beautiful but muggy night here in Allentown, Pennsylvania, we are at Coca-Cola Park, where it is time for Lehigh Valley IronPigs baseball. Hi, everybody. Sam Jelnick with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth as the IronPigs and the Scranton Wilkes-Barre RailRiders renew the Iron Rail here today. IronPigs currently the holders of the small railroad tie, which sits down in our front offices, the reception desk here at the ballpark. IronPigs will try to defend the title as they come in on a 3-game losing streak. The RailRiders winning their finale against Syracuse on Sunday and earning a split up in Moosic over the weekend. So the IronPigs at 20-25, Scranton Wilkes-Barre at 23-20. The records as we enter play here today. IronPigs sending Levi Stout to the mound to open things. It will be Ryan Cusick for most of the work in bulk after him, but Stout is the one who opens. He has one appearance for the Pigs. It was a scoreless inning last week in Rochester. For Scranton Wilkes-Barre, it'll be George Lombard Jr., Yanquiel Fernandez, and Marco Luciano here in the top 3 here in the first. So Stout gets the ball for the Pigs. The South defense will line up behind him. It'll be Dylan Carlson in left, Stuart Baroa in center, Brian De La Cruz in right, Carter Keyboom at third base, Sergio Alcantara shortstop, Dylan Moore the second baseman, Leover Piguero at first, and Paul McIntosh doing the catching. Stout ready to work out on the mound as the Pigs play as the Coquille here on Tuesday. Copa de la Diversión day, and Stout into his windup. First pitch of the game is on the outside corner. Called strike one. We're underway. Couple minutes late. 6:08 first pitch with game time temp, a balmy 89 degrees with a pretty good humidity. Stout, third base side of the rubber, kicks and deals. Lombard swings and misses. Sweeper down out of the zone. Quickly 0-2 on Lombard. Lombard continuing the great tradition of really good shortstops for the RailRiders over the past couple of years. Of course, Anthony Volpe, and then Lombard here. Lombard, another first-round pick, 26th overall out of high school just a couple years ago in 2023. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Stout slider down and away. Got him to chase. 3 pitches, 1 punch out for Levi Stout here in the first. Not a bad way to get the game going here as Stout, a relative local product, was born in Pottstown and actually went to college at Lehigh, where he starred for the Mountain Hawks. Stout, third-round pick out of Lehigh by the Mariners in 2019. Faces Yanquiel Fernandez, left-handed hitter. First pitch breaking ball, wraps around the outside corner, just missing. 1 ball, no strikes. Stout pitch makes wise. It's a sweeper, 4-seamer, and slider. Fernandez hitting .248, 1-0 pitch, fastball, fouled back, up and over the screen. 1-1. Stout will run it up there about 95, 96. He was, at first, coming out of college and moving through the minors, was a starting pitcher, but has been working as a reliever now for the past 2 years. Fernandez square stance from the left side, 1-1, and he rips it on a line deep center, chasing Baroa back towards the track, hasn't lined up. He makes the catch. Fernandez retired, and there's 2 gone here in the top of the first. Baseball hit on the screws by Fernandez. That's 1-0-2 off the bat. Hung up long enough for Baroa to retire him. So Marco Luciano. Luciano, another guy who was once upon a time a bit of a prospect. First pitch breaking ball. It's on the outside corner to him, 0-1, but has bounced around a little bit since then. Originally coming up through the Giants system, was a top 100 prospect. Never really panned out there, and then he went through nothing short of waiver labyrinth this offseason. 0-1 fastball, 97 from Stout. That is firm on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2. Stout looking sharp here in the first, looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Winds and deals 0-2, slider down and away. 1-2, Luciano playing just his 9th game with Scranton Wilkes-Barre. He opened this year with Double-A Somerset. Hitting .258. He's got 1 homer. He's driven in 4. Stout long red sleeves under his red coca-cola jersey. Kicks and deals 1-2. Fastball pops the mitt, but misses just outside. McIntosh trying to frame it. Home plate umpire Austin Jones not biting on it. Our umpire is brought to you by Gross McGinley, attorneys at law, focused on fair play. Gross McGinley has been providing trusted legal counsel to the greater Lehigh Valley for the past 50 years. 2-2. Luciano, a weak tapper up the third base side, rolling, just over the bag. It's a fair ball where Keyboom picks it up. It'll be an infield single for the first base runner of the day for the RailRiders. Keyboom tried to wait that out as long as he could. It was hit hard enough that it was going to go over the bag, but not hit hard enough that would give him a chance to actually make a play on the speedy Luciano, and it's just popped right over the base. So an infield single is the first base runner of the day for Scranton, with Oswaldo Cabrera now the hitter. Cabrera, switch hitter, steps in from the left side here, open stance. Stout the first pitch from the stretch, and it's fouled back. 0-1. Cabrera with 3 homers has driven in 19, hitting .232 on the season. Infield plays him to pull. Outfield likewise here. 0-1 runner goes in Cabrera, a weak tapper up the first base side. Foul ball picked up by the first base coach for Scranton. That's Raul Dominguez. Coaching staff for Scranton this year, a lot of familiar faces. Shelly Duncan managing. Pitching coach Spencer Medic, Gil Velasquez on the bench, Raul Dominguez as well. Going 2 on Oswaldo Cabrera, with Levi Stout trying to throw a scoreless top of the first. Kicks and deals 0-2, runner goes, pitch down and in. It's blocked on the backhand by McIntosh, but that's not going to give him a chance to throw out Luciano, who swipes second base without a play here. So Luciano with just his first stolen base of the year. The Pigs have given up more stolen bases than anybody in the International League, but they've also thrown out more attempted base stealers than anybody else. Just about hovering around a 20% caught stealing rate. Scranton Wilkes-Barre obviously thinks that they can run on Stout a little bit here. 1-2, breaking ball, called strike 3. At the knees, Cabrera down looking, but he's going to challenge this. Austin Jones announces it. Cabrera looking back to the dugout, see if they already know the answer, and upon review, it is a called strike 3 right there on the knees. Scranton loses the challenge and the inning over. Pair of punch-outs for Levi Stout here in a scoreless first, works around the infield single. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the RailRiders nothing and the coca-cola coming to bat here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Right now,
The Dan Patrick Show.
the American Football Coaches Association Board expected to release its decision to support a 2014 college football playoff. Now, this is just like March Madness. We didn't ask for it. We're going to get it. I don't want 2014 playoff. We just got to 12. You want to do 14 or 16? Okay. Now we're going to 24. Well, how long are we going to be at 24? In last year's final AP Top 25, Iowa was ranked 17th with 4 losses. USC and Michigan, they were ranked 20th and 21st with 4 losses. So we're going to have teams with 4 losses. And of course the coaches are going to be in favor of this. Well, I made the playoffs. Well, you keep your job there, Jimmy.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the first, it's the RailRiders nothing and the coca-cola coming to bat against a familiar face in Brendan Beck on the mound for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Beck, somebody that the Pigs saw a little bit late last year, Coming into this one, making his 9th start, he is 3-2 with a 4.43 ERA, 42 2/3 innings, 46 strikeouts against only 9 walks. Good arm out there. 6'2", 218-pound righty. He gets the ball for Scranton, and this is how the defense looks behind him. Jonathan Ornelas is in left, Duke Ellis in center, Yanquiel Fernandez in right. Oswaldo Cabrera plays third base, George Lombard Jr. is the shortstop. Marco Luciano is at second, Seth Brown at first, and Ali Sanchez does the catching. A little late, get back to his post behind the plate. Evidently having some helmet issues, I think. With Stuart Baroa in to lead things off. Now, Ryan Cusick is already throwing out in the IronPigs bullpen, so that tells you Stout did his job, covered the first inning of the game, and now it'll be Cusick in bulk after him. Beck straddling the rubber, righty turns into his windup. First pitch to Stuart Baroa. It's a fastball just a little up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Baroa, one of the few IronPigs who during this run of, well, lackluster offense, 1-0 pitch. Down the middle with a fastball, 1-1, has been turning in a pretty solid performance day in and day out. He hit .333 last week in Rochester. He's now at .271 in the season with 4 homers and 18 driven home. 1-1, big curveball, loops in, down the middle. 1-2. Baroa actually hit the only homer that the Pigs had all last week in Rochester. They have hit just 5 homers here in the month of May. 1-2 pitch. Baroa pops it up behind home. That's going to reach the seats. Baroa's homer came last Thursday, so it's almost a full week of games since the last time the Pigs went yard here. Baroa leading it off with the infield swung around to the right side for the switch hitter batting left. Back the righty, kicks, fires, fastball up and away. 2-2. Two and two on Baroa, leading off the bottom of the first. Back to the plate. Baroa swings a hard hit grounder up the first base side, but that's a foul ball just outside the bag. Count stays 2-2. Beck, his last time out was the 13th against Syracuse. He got the win, 5 2/3 innings of shutout baseball, allowed only 1 hit, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. Past 2 starts have been pretty good. 12 2/3 innings total, has allowed only 2 runs. 2-2 again here. Baroa lifts it in the air the other way. Going to chase Ornelas back a couple of steps. Scampers in front of the track. He'll play on his feet, make the catch. First out here in the bottom of the first. So with the IronPigs not having gone yard in a while, they also have not scored in a long time. It has been 22 and now 1/3 innings since they last were on the scoreboard. They last scored in the top of the 5th last Friday in Rochester. Shut out the rest of that game, shut out Saturday, Sunday, and now here we are on Tuesday. First pitch to Felix Reyes. It's on the outside corner, 0-1, and maybe Felix Reyes can be the one to spark things again. Felix optioned back here to Lehigh Valley with Otto Kemp getting recalled yesterday. 0-1 pitch. Reyes off the end of the bat, a fly ball to center. Ellis started back, now has to come racing in. He's got it lined up. He makes the catch. And Reyes, quick second out here in the first. So in the same switcheroo that sent Felix to the big leagues a month ago, sends him back down exactly a month later. Obviously, the start for Felix was great, homering off of Chris Sale. Everything after that, you could call it a byproduct of not getting to play that much. But now back down here, the Pigs will get regular at-bats. 2 outs, base is empty for Dylan Carlson, making his home debut. Beck misses with curveball high. Carlson signed to a minor league free agent deal prior to the start of last week. Opened the year with the Cubs, made the opening day roster, got DFA'd, ended up back with the Cubs on a minor league deal with Iowa. Pitch home, checks the swing, fastball up, field to third. He wins as he stumbles out of the box. 1-1. And then got released, more than likely opted out of his deal at the end of the month, and now signed here with the Phillies. Carlson, 2 for his first 19 here with the IronPigs. Driven in 2 runs, 1 walk. Switch hitter batting left, 1-1. Curveball right there. Heart of the plate, 1-2. Pigs trying to avoid a 1-2-3 bottom of the first after Scranton Wilkes-Barre got an infield single in the top half. Beck cranks and deals. Carlson takes, curveball down and in on his back foot. 2-2. Pitch mix wise for Beck, it'll be fastball, slider, changeup, and curveball. Infield plays Carlson to pull here. The wind streaming in pretty solidly from left. 2-2, fastball just outside. Carlson, bit of a nervy take, but did miss off the plate. Full count. Beck straddling the rubber. Scranton Wilkes-Barre in the alternate navy blue jerseys today. 3-2. Carlson waves through the big slider. He's down on strikes, and Brenton Beck with a 1-2-3 first. We're on to the second, scoreless after an inning of play here at the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Linda Gawardi. I work in human resources at Air Products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support MDA.
Air Products. Working here, living here, giving here. Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Nick Mitica. I work in hydrogen energy systems at Air Products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support Community Bike Works. Air Products. Working here, living here, giving here.
Chick-fil-A Whitehall is a proud sponsor of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Download a whole new way to Chick-fil-A with the Chick-fil-A One app. Earn points towards rewards with every qualifying purchase. And save time by ordering ahead for curbside, pickup, drive-thru, and delivery. You can even place catering orders for your larger events through the app. Available now at the App Store and Google Play. Chick-fil-A Whitehall. It's always our pleasure to serve you.
Why does it always say paper jam when there's no paper jam?
Hi there.
Who are you, and why are you in our office space?
I'm Cy, your friendly copier helper guy. There you go. You're all set.
Whoa, Cy, that was awesome.
Thanks. Better service is on the horizon with Science Sky Copiers.
Science Sky Service. They hit it out of the park. If you need help with your office copiers and printers, call Science Sky today or find them at scienceskycopiers.com. You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the second, scoreless after an inning of play here between the Iron Pigs and the RailRiders. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Science Sky broadcast booth. Ryan Cusick onto the mound here for the Pigs as Levi Stout opened for him, and Stout opens, well, just about as cleanly as he can. Scoreless top of the first, 1 hit, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Took him only 15 pitches here. Cusick will take the baton from him and hopefully run just as gracefully with it. Ryan, his last time out was a tough outing against Rochester. 2 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 hits, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts, and it was laborious. Took him 55 pitches to get through 2 innings. And time is called here as stray baseball has gotten out towards left center. Stuart Baroa will go and take care of that. So Cusick coming in with an 0-3 record, a 6.60 ERA, 30 innings on the year, 34 strikeouts. That's the good, but 26 walks and 23 hits. It's going to work from the stretch with nobody on base. Seth Brown, first baseman for Scranton, leading things off. Cusick delivers home at a 1-hopper over to first. Peguero able to scoop it, go to the bag, retire Brown. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the second. Cusick, 6'6", 235-pound righty out of Sudbury, Massachusetts. 2-time draft pick, once out of high school and then once in college when he was at Wake Forest. First-round pick, 24th overall by the Braves in 2021. 1 out and the base is empty with Ali Sanchez coming up next. No score, top of 2. Cusick the stretch. First pitch, slider right down the middle. 0-1. Not only is it a Coquille Day here at the ballpark, it is also a Tail Wagon Tuesday. Thanks to our partners at Abbey Road Vet. 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. 0-2. I know our sideline reporter, Doug Heater, loves dog days. Gets to just go sit out on the lawn in left center and find the cutest dog available and snuggle up next to it. Looks like he's chosen a Bernese Mountain Dog today. Which, man, that has got to... Bad boy's got to be high. 90 degrees at first pitch. 0-2 on Sanchez, hitting .268 with 5 homers. 0-2. Slider down and away. He lays off. Mentioned it's hot and muggy, 89 degrees. Wind is blowing in from left, but in all honesty, it's not enough. Cusick, the 1-2. Sanchez in the air, out of play, down the first base side and into the seats. Thankfully, though, it is the yearly Morning Call umbrella giveaway, which is an awesome Coquille umbrella this year. So I see a lot of fans have already popped those open, even with no rain today, to try to protect themselves from the sun a little bit. 1-2 on Sanchez. Cusick at the belt, red glove, kicks the leg high, the pitch home, called strike 3. Fastball right there, outside half, gets Sanchez looking. And there's 2 gone here in the second. Now, you might be wondering why an opener for Cusick today, and the reason is just to shake things up a little. Cusick, in starting this year, he's returned to the rotation for the first time really in full force since the 2024 season. In 25, or rather the 2023 season. In 24 and 25, he was a reliever. This year, starting, there's been mixed results, pretty mixed bag. First pitch to Ernesto Martinez Jr. is a slider outside the lefty, ball 1. But when he had to work in relief earlier this year on May 7th against Buffalo, that was, just because the Pigs had too many starters, so they had him piggyback that day. It went really well. 1-0 pitch. Martinez, swing and a miss. A high fastball, 1-1. He went 4 1/3 that day, gave up just 1 run on 3 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So sometimes there's something psychological, a barrier, just psyching yourself out. Putting Cusick in an opening situation here, 1-1. Heater sails high and away to Martinez, ball 2. Might just change the dynamic. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but it's worth a shot. Cusick facing Martinez, eyeing a 1-2-3 inning here. Martinez, first year with Scranton Wilkes-Barre, hitting .240, 7 homers, and 19 driven home. Big left-handed hitter, 6'6", 254. Cusick at the belt, fires home, the 2-1 slider. It's down low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Cusick pitch mix, it's a 4-seam fastball and slider mostly. He'll mix in a sinker, splitter, and curveball off of that. Down the count to Martinez, 3-1. Here it comes. Martinez swings, lines it towards first, and that's going to get into right for a base hit. Stung by Martinez, 107 off the bat, and Staley Cruz will play it back in. And a 2-out single for Scranton Wilkes-Barre for a second consecutive inning here. And yeah, not a perfectly well-located pitch by Cusick there, but you're okay with that over, walking Martinez. And, would I be saying something different had Martinez wallop that over the wall? Maybe. But that's kind of where you're at with Cusick and the way the walks have piled up that, you pick your poison a little bit. Man at first, 2 outs, and the hitter will be Jonathan Ornelas. Takes a look at a first pitch sinker on the outside corner, 0-1. Ornelas and Cusick, 2 guys who both out of the, or beg your pardon, I was thinking of Justin Foscue. Ornelas came up through the Ranger system alongside Foscue, which is why I have it in my head. 0-1 on the right-handed hitter. Kick in the pitch. Martinez bluffs from first, and the breaking ball is high and tight. On to Ornelas, 1-1. Cusick, one of the guys who has struggled with holding runners on. There's a bigger body, bigger frame, and sometimes not the quickest to the plate. And Martinez, don't let the height fool you, can steal a bag. He's 2 for 3 this season. Throw over to first. Cusick checks on him, and Martinez lumbers back. Ornelas hitting .320 on the year for Scranton. This is his 33rd game. He's got 3 homers, driven in 14. Originally a 3rd-round pick by the Rangers out of high school. Just a slightly open stance, outfield straight away, infield straight up, 1-1. Ornelas swings and misses, falling out of the box. A slider down in the left-handed batter's box. Nearly knocked himself over. He's lucky the wind wasn't blowing in another direction, or he might have just gone tumbling down to the dirt. It's a beautiful thing about hitting, though. You can do that on one swing, and, well, he still got another after it. 1-2 on Ornelas, with Cusick looking for a scoreless second. Kick in the 1-2. Slider misses up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ornelas played every game last week for Scranton against Syracuse. He was 7 for 24, picked up a homer, 4 RBIs, and scored 4 times as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cusick another check on Martinez, who dives back. Scranton coming in at a 23-20 record. Like I mentioned, they've had to deal with not maybe the same level of attrition as what the IronPigs have gone through, but they've had a lot of talent go up and go down. Various reasons for that. Martinez dancing off first. He's running. The pitch is up high for a ball. The throw down to second is late. Man, Martinez had a phenomenal jump, and McIntosh, a great throw, was lucky to even make that close. Martinez almost in a weird way stalled himself out as he was trying to, get a little hop, step, and a jump on Cusick. Eventually waited for a moment, but still got in with a headlong dive. So stolen base puts a runner at second, 2 outs, and Jonathan Ornelas with a full count on him. Shadows covering the plate as well as the pitching mound now. 3-2. Off the hands, Ornelas late, fouls it up over the screen, and it rifles into the suites, where it's actually going to kick around down the stairwell. 3-2. Good crowd for a Tuesday night. Finally, I think we're into the good weather phase of the year, although the temperatures are oddly going to drop later this week. So Ornelas calls time, steps out. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Martinez leading from second. First time we've had a runner at second today. No score, top of 2. The 3-2. Ornelas pops it up behind home. That's going to spiral back into the upper deck. Count stays 3-2. Ornelas touches both sides of the plate. Black bat. White tape on the handle. Rests it on his shoulder. Now lifts it up. Is Cusick ready? 3-2 again. And Ornelas turns on it on a line down the left field side, but that's going to be foul. Off the protective netting, and it careens back into shallow left. Long at bat here between Ryan Cusick and Jonathan Ornelas. In the 9th pitch of the at bat coming up here. Martinez at second, Cusick to the plate, and Ornelas a bouncer the other way, nearly eats up Peguero, backing up on it, backhands, spinorama goes to the bag, and retires Ornelas to retire the side here in the second. Fancy feet and fancy glove work by Leover Peguero retires the side here in the second for Scranton. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the RailRiders and Coke scoreless here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Find unbeatable savings on the season's hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day event. Save up to 20% on all beautifully crafted Ashley furniture. Or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Ready for better sleep? Enjoy free upgrades on select adjustable bases and get king-size comfort for queen-size pricing on select Ashley mattresses. These limited-time Memorial Day deals won't last, so now's the moment to upgrade your home in a big way. Shop today at Ashley.
This is The Herd.
You got to be consistent.
With Colin Cowherd.
They treat quarterback like it's a slot corner or an off-ball linebacker. We may get to it at the trading deadline. Let's see what plays out in the preseason. That's how they do it. The Eagles, a great organization. They had Carson Wentz. They drafted Jalen Hurts. Belichick, during Brady's best years, every couple of years he's drafting a quarterback. The Green Bay Packers, it's an industry. They draft Aaron, sit 3 years. They draft Jordan Love, sits multiple years. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't do it that way. And, basically, Big Ben had his last great year was like in 2020. The following year, Big Ben fell off a cliff. Their game plan was Mitch Trubisky, who had been a backup in Buffalo, and Kenny Pickett, a massive overdraft. They treat quarterback with absolutely no urgency.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Wow.
Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the second, scoreless between the Iron Pigs and the Scranton Wilkes-Barre RailRiders. As look at that, you make a nice defensive play. You lead it off here in the bottom of the second. Leover Piguero hits against Brenton Beck, who misses up and away with a fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Piguero hitting .261, .350 on base with no homers. He's driven in 21 this season. 1-0 pitch. Piguero takes a look at a slider on the inside corner. 1-1. Beck very much over the top. To me, at least, the slider comes out almost looking like that curveball. Ends up just a little bit flatter, not as much verticality to it. 1-1, fastball on the outside corner. 1-2, and then ditto with that fastball. It comes out, you're trying to pick up out of the hands. It's going to be the big tumbling curveball. It's going to move more glove side like the slider, and by the time you decide, it's by you. So 1-2 on Leover. Beck to the plate. Check swing. He went around, chasing the slider down and away, and Beck dices him up for the first out here at the second. 1 out and nobody on for Brian De La Cruz, the former Scranton Wilkes-Barre RailRider. First time he's played against his former team here. Stalwart in the middle of their lineup for basically 3/4 of last year. Right-handed hitter, first pitch, cut on and missed. Slider down and away. Count him swinging. 0-1. De La Cruz hitting .225, 5 homers. He's driven in 25 runs. Wind in the pitch. Fastball chopped at the third base side, back of the bag. Backhanded by Cabrera, long throw to first, a little high, and De La Cruz is safe. Brown had to jump up to grab it, and now De La Cruz, who made a motion towards second, is caught in between first and second. They throw to second, now back to first, and De La Cruz tagged out. And that's where the Iron Pigs offense is at. When you haven't scored in near on 23 innings, you get a gift of an infield base hit, and then give it away by making an inadvertent move towards second base, which means you've committed, which means you can be tagged out. And just like that, there's 2 gone here in the second. You could see De La Cruz, he didn't know, I don't think he knew that he was out. He started jogging towards second base. Oh, man. So it'll be a single, and then the ensuing putout after it. First pitch to Paul McIntosh. It's up and away, ball 1, single, and then I think that went 3, 4, back to 3. Doesn't matter. It's all painful. 1-0. McIntosh takes on the outside corner, 1-1. Paul had a good week last week in Rochester. A couple of starts, ended up 3 for 6. 2 outs, and the base is empty despite the Pigs' first hit of the ball game. 1-1 pitch. Big curveball dumps in. Top of the zone. 1-2. Put in perspective, De La Cruz getting thrown out like that is somehow not the weirdest play that we've seen in the past week, which was Caleb Ricketts drilling a line drive off the arm of Luis Perales, knocking him out of the game. 1-2. Down the dirt. Splitter 2-2. Perales, though, with holding his arm like it was broken, still managed to somehow pick up the ball with his right arm and throw it to first. 2-2 pitch. Slider down and away. 3-2. Kind of reminiscent of the Vince Velasquez play for the Phillies when he broke his arm off a line drive and still got the out. Except Perales still did it with the broken arm. 3-2. Breaking ball down and away. McIntosh lays off, and he draws the first walk of the game off of Beck. Extending the second with a man at first, 2 outs, and Dylan Moore coming to bat. Got 2 Dylans making their Iron Pigs home debut today. Dylan Carlson and now Dylan Moore. Moore got his first 4 games as a Pig last week. He is 3 for his first 16. 33-year-old, California. Beck crossfire sets to the plate. Fastball hums over the inside corner. 0-1. Scoreless game, bottom of the second. Moore with a slightly closed-off stance as the outfield straight away, infield straight up on him. Hikes up the back elbow. Beck to the plate. Fastball misses outside, 1-1. Moore made the Phillies opening day roster as the utility man and then just did not get a lot of run. Ended up going 0 for 12, appeared in a handful of games, and ultimately the Phillies decided they would rather carry 3 catchers. 1-1 pitch. Moore, good swing, bounce it back. 1-2. Moore, a Gold Glove winner a couple of years back as a utility man. He's in that role with the Seattle Mariners for a long time. Ultimately got DFA'd last year as his bat ended up cratering a little bit. 1-2. Fastball up and away, 2-2. He's never hit for an obscenely high average or, some offensive powerhouse. He relies mostly on his defense and speed. Past couple of years, though, his OBP dropped a little bit. His best year coming a couple years back, 2023, when he hit 224, but with a 368 OBP. 2-2. Off the end of the bat, foul tipped, held onto by Sanchez. He's down on strikes, and the inning over. So Beck works around the pair of base runners here in the second, and we go to the third, scoreless game here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
There's so much to love along this ride. That's why it makes you on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates.
This is Connor Brown with the scoreboard update presented by Ash. The IronPigs and the RailRiders still scoreless as we head to the top of the third inning over at Coca-Cola Park. Going on right now around the International League. Some finals from earlier on today as Nashville takes down Durham 6-5 and Omaha with a 5-3 victory over St. Paul. Other teams in action right now, Syracuse right now leads Buffalo 6-0 as they also head to the top half of the third inning. Bottom one in Gwinnett as the Stripers and the Knights right now scoreless. Indianapolis and Toledo along with Rochester and Worcester were supposed to get underway at 6:05, but both those matchups in delayed starts. Coming up at 7:05, Louisville, Columbus, Norfolk, and Jacksonville all get their series openers underway, followed up by Memphis and Iowa at 7:38. Now let's go back to Coca-Cola Park with Sam as the IronPigs and the RailRiders still scoreless. Top three.
Thank you, Connor. Like you said, scoreless game here after 2 innings of play. Top of the third. Cusick will have 9-1-2 due up as the IronPigs scoreless streak has now extended to 24 consecutive innings. Duke Ellis leads it off for the Pigs, or rather for the RailRiders here in the third. 9-1-2. Ellis playing center field today for Scranton, hitting .279. He's got 1 homer and driven in 7. Left-handed batter, Cusick the stretch, nobody on base. First pitch breaking ball is fouled back. 0-1. Ellis with 1 homer, 7 RBIs, and an .839 OPS as he's rocking a .380 on base percentage. He has Key Boom in on the grass towards third. Rest of the infield swings around to the right side here. Open stance from the left side of the dish. The pitch home, and Ellis lines it the other way by shortstop and into left center for a base hit. Carlson will get to it quickly as Ellis with good speed rounds first, but holds on there. First leadoff base runner of the game, Ellis, a base hit here to begin the third inning. And after seeing how aggressive Ernesto Martinez was on Cusick, Ellis will be chomping at the bit to run on him. Ellis, 15 for 16 stealing bases this season, leads Scranton Wilkes-Barre in swipes. So he's at first, and George Lombard, leadoff man for the RailRiders, hits. Shortstop batting from the right side. First pitch, Ellis runs, pitches down and away, throw to second on a hop, skips by Moore into center, but Ellis not able to get up quick enough. He'll stay on the bag, be content with the stolen base. So the second stolen base of the day against Scranton, for Scranton Wilkes-Barre against Cusick here. Trying to think back to it, I think it was the April 4th start at Durham. Cusick actually allowed 5 stolen bases, but ended up only allowing 2 runs total in that outing. And scoring position, nobody out. Ellis dancing from second. Pitch, first one was low to Lombard. So the 1-0 here is up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Lombard struck out his first time up. He started this year repeating with AA Somerset. Promoted to Scranton Wilkes-Barre a couple of weeks back. April the 29th. 2-0 pitch. Lombard swings, ground ball left side to his left. Third baseman Keyboom cuts it off in the hole, throws to first. Plenty of time to get Lombard. First out inning recorded. Ellis not going anywhere. He has to stay anchored out at second. Brings up Yanquiel Fernandez. Lined out to center field his first time on. Cusick left a man in scoring position in the second, angling to try to do the same thing here in the third inning. And for all the IronPigs' offensive woes of late, it does overshadow how well they actually have been pitching during it. So even though they got shut out Saturday and Sunday, their pitching actually kept them in the game for most of it. And Cusick steps off here before the first pitch. Even on Friday night, last time that they scored, they had a chance to win that game despite only scoring 2 runs. They lost that game 3-2. Inside move towards second, chases Ellis back, and Cusick all of a sudden has used up 2 of his 3 pickoff attempts. Wonder if Ellis will be emboldened here to maybe try and swipe third base. Fernandez from the left side, Ellis dancing from second. First pitch home, Fernandez swings and misses. 0-1, and Fernandez kind enough to check on Paul McIntosh's. Fernandez has a pretty large wingspan and finishes with one hand on the bat, and his backswing almost caught him there. 0-1 on Fernandez. Cusick set of the belt, Ellis leading away. 0-1, pitches down and in. I wonder why that almost looked like a little bit of a trial run for Ellis there, trying to see if he had Cusick timed up a little bit. Because if he had just kept on running, I think he had a chance to steal third base. Now, it's not the ideal position for Ellis to be trying to swipe third because you have a left-handed hitter up, which means that McIntosh has a clear lane to throw to third base. 1-1, sinker on the inside corner, freezes Fernandez 1-2. And on top of that, because Fernandez is a pull hitter, Keyboom over at third base, the rest of the infield swung around, but Keyboom is staying tight to the bag at the hot corner. 1-2 pitch. Curveball. This is high and away. 2-2. Pigs playing as the Coquille, wearing the red Coquille jersey, blue sleeves on it, and then the navy blue hat with the red bill, the Coquille frog on the front of it, emblematic of Puerto Rico. Ellis from second, he's taken off the pitch home. Fernandez hard ground ball over the first base bag and down the right field line. It'll kick off the side barrier, picked up by De La Cruz in shallow right. Fernandez will hold it first, and Ellis comes in to score, trying to swipe third or not, would have scored. So it's 1-0 Scranton here in the top of the third inning. Another hard-hit baseball for Fernandez today as he just kept that fair over the bag. Looked like it might have actually skimmed over the top of it. Base hit and RBI, 26th RBI of the season for Yanquiel Fernandez. Runner at first, 1 out. Batters Marco Luciano singled his first time up. He drives the first pitch in the air the other way, chasing De La Cruz back to the warning track. He's able to wrangle it, make the catch. Luciano retired on just 1 pitch. 2 outs, man at first with Oswaldo Cabrera coming up next. Scranton with a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third. As they get on the board first, an RBI single for Yanquiel Fernandez after Ellis singled and stole second base. Cabrera struck out looking his first time up. Takes a look at a first pitch fastball down the middle, 0-1. See if Fernandez wants to get in on the fun of running here on Cusick. This is not a stolen base yet this season. Cusick high leg kick, and Cabrera taps the strike 1 pitch to the backstop. 0-2. Cabrera wearing the high navy blue socks, Scranton in their alternate navy blue jerseys, interlocking SWB on the left chest. Cusick, third base side, is ready. Two-strike pitch, and Cabrera lines down towards deep right center field, fading away from Barella, but he was angled well to begin with, and he's able to run it down, make the catch, and the inning over. Scranton does get on the board, an RBI single for Yanquiel Fernandez, and we go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 Scranton Wilkes-Barre here on the Iron Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, two trusted names, one goal, 5-star customer service.
Hey, this is Jonathan Knight, your favorite new kid. Memorial Day means massive savings on every run. Shop Ashley now.
The savings are massive on the hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Sale, with hot buys starting at just $2.99. Save up to 20% on all Ashley furniture, or enjoy 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. These Memorial Day deals won't last. Shop today at Ashley.
This week's Awesome Athlete, presented by Service Electric, is freshman Natalie Mahalko of the Nazareth girls lacrosse team. Natalie scored 4 goals and added 3 assists to lead the Blue Eagles to a 10-8 victory over Pleasant Valley in the EPC championship game. She broke the school's single-season scoring record this year. Tune in each Friday to the Service Electric Happy Hour as we announce the next Awesome Athlete, presented by Service Electric, the nation's first cable company and your local internet provider. Call them at 610-865-9100 or go to secctv.com. We're celebrating 25 years of covering Lehigh Valley sports. Moments like Nazareth's Jahan Dotson being the number 16 overall pick for the 2022 NFL Draft by the Washington Commanders. Covering the biggest moments in Lehigh Valley sports for 25 years. This is Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 AM in Easton.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the third, Iron Pigs in early hole, trail 1-0 Scranton Wilkes-Barre, and it's the RailRiders on board first. Yanquiel Fernandez, an RBI single in the top of the third. 8-9-1 due up for the Pigs. Carter Keyboom leading off, checks his swing of the first pitch, peel down to first, and Earl Moreno says he held up. Keyboom, tied for the team lead in hits with 42, hitting .311. He's got 2 homers and driven in 11. Brendan Beck into his wide 1-0 pitch. Fastball perfect at the knees, outside corner. 1-1. Keyboom, Alcantara, and Baroa due up here in the third. Keyboom with the hands held low, right in front of the lettering on his jersey, swings the 1-1, lofts it in the air down the right field line towards the crowd, and that's going to be about 5 rows deep, land on the concrete under the seats, and then clatter up the rest of them. 1-2. Good crowd here for a Tuesday night. Good weather, bringing people out. Capital Blue Cross lawn out in left center. Got a good amount of folks and a good amount of dogs out in it. All of them good dogs. 1-2. Keyboom with a drive the other way. It's chasing Fernandez back onto the track. He gets turned around. It's off the middle of the wall. Keyboom, a hard turnaround first. He's going to hold up there. Fernandez, a cannon back to second. Holds Keyboom to a wall ball single here to begin the third inning. So tough break for Keyboom there. Did a good job driving that ball the other way, and looked like for a moment Fernandez was going to be playing that too close to the wall, and he almost did. Had to reach out at the last second to grab that, to nearly jump by him, but more than enough for him to scare Keyboom back to first base. So he's at first. Sergio Alcantara is the hitter. Cabrera in on the grass at third. First pitch breaking ball to Alcantara. This is up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Alcantara now hitting just .219, but a .394 on base. Is got second most walks in the team this season. Alcantara now with 31 walks. Switch hitter batting left, takes a fastball up and in, bends him back just a little bit. Alcantara, though, coming off of a week in Rochester that he would care to forget. 0 for 11. So it has been just a bit since he has had a base hit. 2-0 pitch. Swings away, a flare out towards right center field. Fernandez and Ellis over, and it's Fernandez making the catch, with Ellis hitting the deck, sliding behind him. Throws it back in towards second, and Alcantara robbed of a potential base hit. Fernandez, with so much momentum, being the bigger guy coming from right, took charge and made that catch. as if Ellis didn't get out of the way, he probably would have run him over like a freight train. Fernandez's momentum had him carried all the way out to center field by the time he was done, because he spun back and threw it back to second base. So the first out of the third's recorded. Keyboom still at first. The hitter Stuart Baroa, top of the order, and back with a splitter. Misses high and away on him. 1 ball, no strikes. Baroa flied out to moderately deep left field his first time up. Baroa 6 for 18 last week, had 2 doubles, 1 homer, and drove in 6 as he had back-to-back 3 RBI nights. 1-0, checks his swing and fouls it off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one on Stuart Baroa. Cabrera in on the grass at third. 1-1 pitch, and Stewart chases the high fastball. Fouls it back. 1-2. Now Cabrera can back up with 2 strikes, basically play out at shortstop with the shortstop Lombard right up the middle. Keyboom leads at first. Leadoff single has him there. Now 1 out. Pigs down a run, bottom of the third. Beck crossfire set. 1-2 coming home, and Baroa pops it up. On the infield, down the third baseline. Cabrera ranging back for it. Will make the catch. Back at the bag. Baroa is the second out here in the third. 2 outs. Brings up Felix Reyes. Felix, because it was so long ago now, you can kind of forget just how hot he was to begin the season and how much his departure really left a ginormous crater, a Felix Reyes-sized crater in the lineup that they were just never able to replace. Right on right matchup. First pitch of the AB, and Reyes hooks it down the left field line deep, but that's going to hook into the picnic patio. 0-1. Reyes, when he left the Iron Pigs, was top 10 in the IL in homers, RBIs, slugging, OPS, hits, doubles, extra base hits, and total bases. And he led the league in a number of those categories. Strike 1 pitch. Reyes swings and misses. Snap throw down to first, and Keyboom gets back safely. So Felix chases the slider there, and that was always the concern with him whenever he was going to go up to the majors, is that down here, at least at AAA, he still chased a good bit, but he's so good at getting the bat to the baseball that it didn't really matter. And he impacted the baseball and was able to produce such good exit velocities that it didn't matter. 2-strike pitch. Same spot with the slider. This time, Reyes learning his lesson. He lays off. 1-2. 1-2 on Felix Reyes. Keyboom leading at first. 1-0 RailRiders. Bottom of the third. Beck set at the chest. Delivers home. Swing and a miss. Reyes chases down and away. He's down on strikes. 4th punch out of the day for Brenton Beck. Pigs 3 scoreless innings here today. And we go to the 4th. It's 1-0 Scranton Wilkes-Barre here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More access, more doctors, more convenience. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network, together for the future of care.
When Iron Pigs fans need to care for their dogs, they know they can turn to Leader of the Pack Canine Institute. Their award-winning facility
Tacomas around the campfire because we're roasting marshmallows. Your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends June 1st. Toyota. Let's go places.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
1-0 Scranton Wilkes-Barre as we head to the top of the fourth. Time for the fourth inning, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. Ryan Cusick back to work for the Pigs on the mound, and joining me for the fourth from the morning call, it is the one, it's the only, it is Keith Groller. Keith, what's up?
Great to be here with you, Sam.
First pitch from Cusick to Seth Brown. This is inside ball one. You said it when you walked into the booth. You've had me on your show.
Yes.
It was about time that I return the favor.
Well, it's about time I get you back on my show. Quite frankly, it's been a long time.
It has been a while.
Obviously, I work for the morning call, but I also do the weekend show on this very station.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, we're well aware of how the Iron Pigs are doing and how you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's a beautiful – this is the time of year. You get keyed up to come to the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
A little warm tonight, but
just a little.
Yeah.
I felt like all the past weeks that I was asking, temperature, please rise up as Brown pops this one up out of play down the left field line, 1 and 2. Well, I got my wish. I just didn't put a temperature cap on it, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're on a roller coaster here all the time with the temperature at this time of year. It's we go from winter to summer, then back to winter, and I guess we're going to get a lot of rain. So unfortunately, I hope not, but the forecast's not looking good.
We don't say the R word around here.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's a 4-letter word. You're right.
2 and 2 on Brown. So tell me, what's going on with you in the morning call right now?
Well, I'm busy. We got a lot of playoffs going on right now. I keep an eye on the baseball, the softball, even some volleyball.
Tapper back to the mound. Cusick able to glove it easily, run it over to first. Flips over to Peguero, retire Brown for the first out. Here the fourth. Yeah, so what state we're finishing up local playoffs with districts to come soon, right?
Right. Districts are beginning. Actually, they're going on today.
Okay.
And they'll go right through the weekend. I have at least, if Mother Nature doesn't intervene, I have a triple header on Saturday at the Sales, a triple header Sunday at the Sales, baseball, and then we take off from Memorial Day and come back for championship double headers on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So, weather could be a big factor in this thing, but if everything goes as planned, there's going to be a lot of baseball played wrapping around this Memorial Day weekend.
1 out, nobody on for Ali Sanchez with RailRiders up 1-0 here in the top of the fourth. 1-0 pitch, foul tip held on to by McIntosh, 1-1. So we obviously get to see a lot of high school baseball here at Coca-Cola.
And I love this is the best venue to watch high school baseball because it's so wide open. You can see a lot of these high school fields do not have ample seating. It's tough to see.
1-1 just misses outside ball too. And you bring up the ample seating. For us, it's really cool that, when we do get some of the local rivalries, seeing the amount of people that turn out, obviously, some of the rivalries that we do get to host here are so historic, and the way it plays out, with Easton and Peaburg. When
that was a great
here,
matchup. Yeah.
The crowds that we draw for that, just exceptional.
Yeah. Easton and Peaburg, they could play tiddlywinks, and they would pack the house. It is one of the great rivalries in Lehigh Valley sports. Their game on Thanksgiving morning, the Easton Peaburg football game, is the number one attraction of the whole sports year. So they draw more people for that than anything.
3-1 on Sanchez. Cusick the stretch, fires home, fastball just down the way. He was trying for that corner the entire plate appearance, but Sanchez lays off, he walks, and there's a man aboard with 1 out here in the fourth. So now that we are in playoffs, what storylines should we be looking out for? Who are some of the local teams?
Well, I mean, the story of the year, and I doing the happy hour with Tom Fallon and Mike Raymond, I've been talking about it every Monday night at 5 o'clock all spring. The Allen baseball team, a 4-16 team a year ago, 2-14 in the league, is now the EPC champion. It's just an incredible turnaround in one season for a program that has been down for many, many years. I mean, they didn't even make the district playoffs for like 15 years. They're in the districts, and now they go out and they win their first league title since 1991. Sam, that is clearly the number one story in local, I would say local spring sports, not just local baseball. Actually, it's been maybe one of the top stories of the year, and it's good for Allentown. And I know the kids love coming over here to Coca-Cola Park and seeing the Pigs, and it's been a fantastic story. We'll see if it can continue. They play a very good Easton team tomorrow at 4 o'clock at Allen. We'll see if it can continue. That's a quarterfinal game at districts.
2-0 here on Ernesto Martinez Jr. with Cusick struggling with his command a little bit. He'll step off. Man at first, 1 out. It's 1-0 Scranton here in the top of the 4th, visiting with Keith Kroller of the morning call. And I got to say, you mentioning, the trajectory and what's happened with Allen the past couple of years. Like I mentioned, we host the games here a lot, so I've seen them the past couple of years. And, a lot of times, games here did not go their way.
Not pleasant, yeah.
But this year, when they came, I forget who they were playing. They
always play Deerf over here, yeah.
And they blitz them. And I was like, where did this Allen team come from? I was like, oh my goodness. It was fantastic. Like you said, when you have a team like that has struggled for so long, really turn it around and then shock everybody, cool. So cool. Pitch comes home, a weak tapper back to the mound. Cusick has it, fires to second, or Contra to first in time for the double play. 1-6-3, and the inning is over. And I'm sorry that they cut you short, Keith.
Hey, it's good to visit with you, whether it's for 5 minutes or 50 minutes. It's always good to see you, Sam. You do a great job. And go Iron Pigs.
Let's go Pigs. We go bottom 4, 1-0 Scranton here in the Iron Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Shop unbeatable deals on the hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Save up to 20% store-wide, or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Plus, explore doorbuster savings, whether you're refreshing one space or your entire home. Now is the time to save big with these incredible holiday savings. Save up to 20% or enjoy 60 months no-interest financing. These Memorial Day deals won't last long. Don't miss out. Happening now at Ashley.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Odd Couple with Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
No shocker that Mike Vrabel's not going anywhere from the Patriots, because this is what this organization is steeped in: cheating, deceitfulness, lowbrow, conniving. There's always something with this franchise. And is this on? It's on. The reason Robert Kraft is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, despite winning 6 championships as an owner, is exactly why is what we're experiencing now with Mike Vrabel. It speaks to the volume of where this franchise is and what they value, which is the dirty dealing, backstabbing, cheating, unfaithful stuff that's going on.
This is The Odd Couple with Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington. Weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the 4th, it's the RailRiders 1 and the Iron Pigs nothing. The RAV 4th inning drives along, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. Pigs down a run as back to work as Brendan Beck fires home to Dylan Carlson. Pitches up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Pigs, it's been a while since they scored here. Last time they scored a run last Friday in Rochester. 1-0 pitch. Carlson fouls it back. 1-1. Shut out the rest of that game. Shut out Saturday and Sunday. They've been shut out 3 times now in their past 6 games. Obviously, the Pigs' offense has struggled. You do have to tip your cap to the Red Wings pitching staff. Carlson takes a fastball up high, 2-1, as they had some really good arms throwing last week. Their bullpen was on the money as well. Now up to 25 consecutive scoreless innings here. Breaking ball comes home, and Carlson rocks it in the air deep down the right field line, and the scoreless drought is over. Dylan Carlson, the one to hit Hader. His first homer as an Iron Pig is the first run for the Pigs since last Friday night. And we're tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Ask and ye shall receive. Carlson with a hanging breaking ball, able to turn on it and sneak it over the high wall and right. That has just got to feel like a weight off of so many people's shoulders down in the IronPigs dugout. Base is empty, nobody out. The over Piguero next up, and he tries to ambush a fastball, but he got a curveball. He swings through it, 0-1. So Carlson, his first as an IronPig, over the wall in right. Gets to Beck here, who really hasn't allowed a lot of hard contact. 1-0-1 curveball, misses up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Piguero struck out his first time up. And Carlson, he's got a little bit of pop to his game. He can run a little bit. Can also swing it from both sides of the plate. Lift the ball a little. 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball 2. And for both he and Dylan Moore, and kind of by extension Felix Reyes rejoining the team here when they're going through the doldrums of an offensive slump, some parts of the dugout and lineup, 2-1 is down and away, 3-1. Probably look at the new guys coming in and are, in their heads thinking, can you spark the offense? Can you help us out, dig us out of the hole a little bit here? And, sometimes that pressure just adds even more weight. 3-1 pitch, fastball on the outside corner, 3-2. Max Lazar has grabbed a baseball out in the IronPigs bullpen, so I'm not sure if Cusick is going to be done after 3 innings or not. But if Lazar is starting to throw now, I would have to think that he's going to be coming on. 3-2, called strike 3. Fastball on the outside black. Piguero down looking as Beck K's him up for the second time tonight here. Now 5 in the game. So bounce back for Beck after he allows his first run of the game here. Beck, like we had mentioned coming in, has been throwing some of his best baseball, which actually includes his major league debut. First pitch home to Brian De La Cruz, up and away to him. 1 ball, no strikes. Beck made his major league debut on May 7th. Through 3 innings for the Yankees against the Rangers, 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. 1-0 pitch misses, 2 balls, no strikes. De La Cruz technically singled his first time up, leg down an infield single, but made an inadvertent move towards second base. 2-0 pitch. De La Cruz a big swing, pops it up, out of play. Down the first base side, 2-1, and ultimately got tagged out after a rundown. Tied at 1, bottom of the 4th. And Lazar is actually not throwing. He's about to throw. 2-1. De La Cruz out in front of a curveball. Swings and misses. 2-2. And yeah, Lazar is going to start throwing for the IronPigs. He's on a major league rehab assignment. You might have heard Tank Adamson talk about that during the pregame show. The Pigs have a glut of major league rehabbers. 2-2. De La Cruz reaching for it, pops it up. Shallow right center. Ellis and Fernandez come together. Will be the right fielder, take control, make the call, and the catch for the second out here in the 4th. Tied at 1, bottom 4. Brings up Paul McIntosh. McIntosh walking his first time up, the only free pass that Beck has allowed here. Beck, for the most part, has had pristine control this season. He's only walked 10 batters. First pitch home is a breaking ball on the inside corner. 0-1. And McIntosh is actually going to challenge this. First time the Pigs have initiated a challenge today. And upon review, call on the field is confirmed. So McIntosh loses the challenge and count will stay at 0-1. Tied at 1. Bottom of the 4th on the Dylan Carlson solo homer here to open the 4th. 1-1 or 0-1 coming. McIntosh off the end of the bat, scrapes it to the backstop. 0-2. Lazar, one of the major league rehabbers alongside Zach Pop. We also have, newly minted 40-man guys in Jackson Rutledge and Grant Holman, who also have to get innings to stay fresh. 0-2. Breaking ball slider. This is outside 1-2 on top of the already 40-man guys who are there in Seth Johnson and Nolan Hoffman. So all of a sudden you're trying to juggle innings when the starting staff is throwing pretty well and you're running out of innings to give out. 1-2. McIntosh gets under it. Hits it in the air. Shallow center. Ella's a very late break coming in, but he's able to make up the ground, gets the spot, makes the catch, and the inning over. Dylan Carlson, a leadoff homer to begin the fourth, ends the Iron Pigs shutout streak. Gets them on the board here for the first time since Friday night. Ties the game at 1, and we go to the fifth here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
B. Braun Medical has been part of the Lehigh Valley community for more than 40 years. The life-sustaining products we manufacture right here in Allentown are used to treat millions of patients in hospitals throughout the United States every year. At B. Braun, we're committed to protecting and improving the health of people in the Lehigh Valley and across the country. We're proud to be a founding partner of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Visit us today at BeBraunUSA.com.
The scoreboard. Our hopes and dreams rest on the outcome, but it doesn't show the sacrifice it takes to win, or the pain of accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back from impossible odds. Here for all the moments that matter. The name trusted for over 80 years and accepted by top doctors and specialists. Capital Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Hey campers, it's Jan from Toyota. This summer, we're headed to Camp Toyota, and the fun starts now! We're kicking things off by kicking up fun. Jump in, campers. We're going off-roading in a 4Runner. Next, we're heading to the hot springs in a RAV4. And finally, park your Tundras and Tacomas around the campfire, because we're roasting marshmallows. Your summer starts here!
Dealer inventory may vary, so your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends June 1st. Toyota, let's go places.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the fifth, Iron Pigs breaking their 25-inning scoreless streak, getting on the board on a Dylan Carlson solo homer. Tied the game at 1. Ryan Cusick back out there for the Pigs. Max Lazar is warming out in the Iron Pigs bullpen. Got a chance to talk with Max pregame, catch up a little bit, asked him what the plan was this week. Cusick deals home to Jonathan Ornelas, who grounds it off the middle and into center by a diving Alcantara for a base hit. So first pitch of the innings, a base hit for Jonathan Ornelas, and he's aboard to begin the inning. Bring us up Duke Ellis. Max said the plan probably to pitch Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and come into a dirty inning probably at some point. And that dirty inning happens to actually be today. And it's actually going to be right now. As Tank Adamson strides out to the mound for the Kokies and takes the ball from Cusick, and that means Lazar is going to be coming in out of the bullpen. We've got a pitching change. Cusick done. Lazar in back in 60 seconds here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is The Herd.
You got to be consistent.
With Colin Cowherd.
Mike check. They treat quarterback like it's a slot corner or an off-ball linebacker. We may get to it at the trading deadline. Let's see what plays out in the preseason. That's how they do it. The Eagles, a great organization. They had Carson Wentz. They drafted Jalen Hurts. Belichick, during Brady's best years, every couple of years he's drafting a quarterback. The Green Bay Packers, it's an industry. They draft Aaron, sit 3 years. They draft Jordan Love, sits multiple years. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't do it that way. And, I mean, basically, Big Ben had his last great year was like in 2020. The following year, Big Ben fell off a cliff. Their game plan was Mitch Trubisky, who had been a backup in Buffalo, and Kenny Pickett, a massive overdraft. They treat quarterback with absolutely no urgency.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Wow.
Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Still in the top of the fifth, Iron Pigs and RailRiders tied at 1, and at first, nobody out. Pitching change for the Iron Pigs is Brian Cusick exits stage left, and Max Lazar comes on for a Good Shepherd Rehab appearance. Good Shepherd, the exclusive sponsor of Major League Rehab appearances at Coca-Cola Park. Nationally recognized experts in physical rehab, Good Shepherd gets you or your loved one back in the game, back to work, and back to everyday life following injury, illness, or surgery. For more, visit homerunrehab.org. Expertise, innovation, compassion, Good Shepherd. So Lazar coming back from a left oblique strain, making his third outing here for the Pigs. First two have been good. 3 innings scoreless, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. He's employing a little bit of a, I don't want to say different repertoire, but the usage is certainly a bit different. Faces Duke Ellis here, left-handed batter. Takes the first pitch fastball up and in, max 6'1", 200-pound righty. Had mostly been fastball, cutter, and knuckle curve. Late last year added a splitter that he is certainly using a lot more this year. So far in his rehab, he's used that 12% of the time. 1-0 pitch, runner goes, Ellis shows bunt, draws it back, pitches a strike, throw to second is late. It was right on the money by McIntosh, but Ornelas from first, just too good of a jump there. Able to swipe second. Second time today that Scranton will have a runner at second base and nobody out. Third stolen base of the season for Ornelas. Ellis a base hit, his first and only time up today. 0-1, fastball misses inside on him, 1-1. Showed bunt that time again. We'll see if they keep it on here on the 1-1 pitch. Looked like Bagheera was crashing from first, and T-Boom was going to stay home back at third base. 1-1 pitch, Ellis squares again, gets it down towards the mound. Lazar off the bump, gloves it, throws to first, and it's off of Bagheera, or rather, Moore's glove, and by him down the right field line. Coming in to score is Ornelas. Ellis on his way to third, the throw, they got him! Good rebound by Brian Daly Cruz from right to back that up and throw out Ellis at third base. But the run scores on the error, and it's 2-1 Scranton Wilkes-Barre here in the fifth. We'll see who they give the error to. I couldn't tell that throw was on the wrong side of the batter runner Ellis, and that's why Moore couldn't catch it, or if Moore just missed it. You have to get a look at the replay to really dissect that, but for the moment, it does give Scranton Wilkes-Barre the lead here. Top of the order, George Lombard Jr., the hitter. Nobody on, 1 out, the first pitch. And for a strike, Lombard frustrated there. I think he thought maybe the pitch count or pitch clock ran out on Lazar. But that splitter in for a strike. 0-1, 0-1 pitch, fastball 95, misses off the plate. Ball 2, so that makes the line final on Cusick. It'll be 2 runs on him. It should be an unearned run. 1-1. Lombard takes a cutter on the outside corner. 1-2. Just remains to be seen who the error gets charged to, if it's on Lazar or if it's on Moore for a missed catch. 1-2 to Lombard. Splitter down and away. Couldn't get him to chase. 2-2. And they have given the error to Lazar on the play, so it'll be an E1. 2-2 pitch. Lombard pops it up, back over our heads and towards the parking lot. 2-2. How the rest of the inning unfolds will ultimately dictate whether or not the run on Cusick ends up being earned here. So no matter what on the sacrifice, it does end up with Ornelas at third base. 2-2, and Lombard scrapes it to the backstop. Do credit Ellis with a base hit, or actually not a base hit on the bunt attempt there. It ends up just being a sacrifice. Two again. Lombard lays off fastball. It's up high. Lazar coming back from a left oblique strain that he suffered during the World Baseball Classic. They just felt a little bit of a twinge. 3-2. Breaking ball just a little bit high. Knuckle curve, can't get Lombard to chase. Free pass to Lombard, he's at first. Brings up Yanquiel Fernandez, and Lazar has to be careful again here with Lombard at first. 3 for 4 stealing bases so far here for the RailRiders. Fernandez, left-handed hitter. RBI single this first time up. Lazar throw over to first, nearly airmails it, but Piguero able to come down with it as Lombard back to the back safely. 2-1 Scranton. Top of the 5th, Pigs snapping their 25-inning scoreless streak. In the bottom of the 4th, the Dylan Carlson solo homer, only for the RailRiders take the lead back. First pitch home, Fernandez fouls it away as Lombard running on the pitch, fouls it off. Phillies taking a 1-0 lead on Cincinnati as they look to build on their 5-game winning streak. Able to come back in the Reds last night. Bryson Stott, a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th, turning what had been a bullpen blown save into a 5-4 victory. 0-1, Fernandez fouls it back. 0-2. Jesus Luzardo against Chase Burns on the mound for the Reds. That's a really, really good pitching matchup. Burns with a 1.93 ERA. Former second overall pick in Wake Forest a couple years back. Going 2 on Fernandez. Throw back over to first, and it's by Piguero and off the sidewall. Lombard jumps up, will sprint to second, head there with a headlong dive. It's the second throwing error on Lazar here in the inning. Max a little frustrated with himself. Just threw that right underneath the rib cage of Lombard trying to dive back. So the error puts him out at second base, 1 out. 0-2 on Fernandez here. Lazar focusing on the hitter, 2-strike pitch. Fernandez crushes it. High in the air, deep right. De La Cruz doesn't even move a muscle. Fernandez wall-ups a 2-run homer to straightaway right. And it's 4-1 Scranton here in the top of the 5th. 107 off the bat, 401 feet on the dot, out towards the clear bar in right. Fernandez with his 10th of the season opens this one up a little bit for Scranton. Wilkes-Barre now a 3-run lead. And just an 0-2 splitter from Lazar there that hung, did not dip at all, was right down the middle, and he got every stitch of it. Base is empty, 1 out. Lazar back to the windup. First fastball home to Marco Luciano is fouled back, up and over the screen and into the suites. 0-1. That's one of the tough things for Lazar and any rehabbing player is you're competitive. You want to do the best that you can. 0-1 off the hands. Luciano pops it back into the seats again here. 0-2. But at the same time, you're trying to work typically on something specific. And Lazar is past couple of outings has been really dialing up the splitter usage a good deal. It seems like a pretty good time for him to trot it out and try it a little bit more. Gets the left-handed hitter with a 2-strike count. Seemed like a pretty good place to whip it out. 0-2. This is outside, 1-2. But just not a well-located one there, and Fernandez all over it. 1-2 to Marco Luciano. This is outside. 2-2. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. 1 run at 3 hits and 2 errors for the IronPigs. Pitch home, Luciano fouls another one off. Up and over the screen and out towards the parking lot. Lazar now at 21 pitches here in, or 20 pitches here in the inning. Number 21 on the way home now. Luciano fouls it straight back. Challenged him inside with a fastball. Max spent his longest continuous uninterrupted stint in the major leagues last year as he went up when Jose Alvarado was put on the restricted list when he was suspended. So Lazar fires another one home and Luciano fouls another one off. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up next. Lazar basically stayed in the big leagues all the way through the end of Alvarado's suspension. 2-2 pitch. Luciano with a soft fly ball out to left. Carlson started back, now a step back in towards the infield. He makes the catch. Luciano retired, 2 gone in the 5th. And coming into spring training this year, it seemed likely that Lazar probably had an inside track, or at least a good look at maybe one of the final jobs in the Phillies bullpen. Otherwise, he would be kind of stuck in the same situation as Seth Johnson, Nolan Hoffman. Batters Oswaldo Cabrera, 0 for 2 today. Switch hitter batting left, and he looks at a first pitch knuckle curveball that tumbles in. 0-1. 4-1 Scranton Wilkes-Barre here in the 5th. 2-run homer for Yanquiel Fernandez doing most of the damage. 0-1 off the end of the bat. Cabrera grounds it out to second base. Moore gobbles it up, throws to first. Plenty of time to get Cabrera, and the inning over. Scranton plates 3 in the frame, taking advantage of 2 errors and the long ball. Take the lead back. We're halfway home. It's 4-1 RailRiders here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Find unbeatable savings on the season's hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day event. Save up to 20% on all beautifully crafted Ashley furniture, or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Ready for better sleep? Enjoy free upgrades on select adjustable bases and get king-size comfort for queen-size pricing on select Ashley mattresses. These limited-time Memorial Day deals won't last, so now's the moment to upgrade your home in a big way. Shop today at Ashley.
It's time for another scoreboard update presented by Ashley. The IronPigs break their scoreless inning streak, but they're still losing to the RailRiders after the RailRiders hit 3 on the board there in the top half of the 5th. The Pigs trailing now 4-1 as we begin the bottom of the 5th here shortly. Going on right now around the International League in the bottom of the 5th inning. Buffalo's gotten close to Syracuse, but the Mets still lead the Bisons 6-5, bottom 5. Top 4, Gwinnett in a 4-0 hole against Charlotte. Well, underway after a delayed start. Blue Sox have jumped out to an early 1-0 lead against the Red Wings, and scoreless between Louisville and Columbus as they head into the bottom of the 2nd. Also heading into the bottom of the 2nd, scoreless, Norfolk and Jacksonville. Memphis and Iowa currently warming up. Delayed start still for Indianapolis, Toledo, while Nashville beat Durham, or Durham beat Nashville today, 6-5, and Omaha took down St. Paul, 5-3. Now let's go back with Sam, IronPigs Trail, 4-1.
Thank you, Connor. Like you said, halfway through this game, the IronPigs trailing the RailRiders now 4-1. Good news is the shutout Schneid is over, capped at 25 innings. The bad news is now a 4-1 deficit, which kind of feels like the classic gut punch kick in the stomach after you think you finally avoided danger and, your bad luck has begun to turn, only to run into trouble the very next half inning. Brendan Beck back to work for the RailRiders, delivers home to Dylan Moore. Pitch misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Beck gave up his first run of the game on a solo homer to Dylan Carlson last inning. Beck the righty into his windup. 1-0 pitch to Moore. Saw a slider on the outside corner. 1-1 Moore struck out swinging his first time up. Beck with 5 strikeouts, 1 walk, giving up just 3 hits. The righty is 1-1. Moore chases, slider down and away. Caught leaning on it. 1-2. Outfield straight away on Moore. Infield straight up. 1-2. Moore waits out the breaking ball, shoots it in the air down the right field side and back into the crowd. 1-2. Pigs returning home after dropping 5 of 6 in Rochester last week. Also lost their last home series here. 1-2. Fastball way high. 2-2, dropping 4 of 6 to Buffalo, which was preceded by losing 5 of 6 to Syracuse. It has been the toughest stretch for the IronPigs this season, which has seen them go from 4 games over 500 to 2. Moore spoils another. Fouled into the crowd. Now to 5 games under 500. It has coincided, for better and for worse, with Anthony Contreras going up to the big league coaching staff and Tank Adamson taking over here. Of course, during that same run, the Phillies have gotten themselves back over 500. 2-2, hooked down the left field side. It's going to go foul. Moore able to fight to see another pitch. Will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up next. It's the old adage down here in the minors that for every win for the big league team, he would trade a loss here at AAA every single day. And, well, that's kind of been what's happened over the past month. While the Phillies have gotten hot, the Pigs have been the exact inverse. 2-2. Moore with a hot shot towards second, ranging to his left. Luciano can't flag it down. And it's a base hit for Dylan Moore. His first hit here at home as he's able to spray it by Luciano at second. And it is a one-out or a leadoff single here to get the fifth. Kind of surprised Luciano didn't lay out for that. He was ranging to his left. He lunged at it. He might have a chance on that had he left his feet. But Moore fighting off pitch after pitch. Brings up Carter Keyboom, singled off the wall and right. His first time up. Pigs down 4-1. Bottom of the fifth, back at the stretch. First one coming home, and Keyboom, a line drive, left center field. That's down for a hit. Up the alley it goes. Center fielder Ellis cuts it off before the warning track. Throw will go to third as Moore stops there, and Keyboom trails him into second for the double. Second extra base hit of the day for the Pigs, and they're in business here to begin the fifth, cooking with gas. Second and third, nobody out. And Sergio Alcantara coming up next. The other part of the Pigs' woes offensively is they just have not been getting the long ball. They have just 5 homers here in the month, which not only is dead last in the International League, it's 6 fewer than the team who's ahead of them. It's seen them dip all the way from a top 10 team in long balls now to tied for the fewest. First pitch to Alcantara is a big curveball in for a strike. 0-1, Pigs with 37 homers in the season, tied for the fewest homers in the league with Syracuse. Yeri De Los Santos getting loose now for Scranton out in the bullpen. Second and third, nobody out. Alcantara switch hitter batting left, 0-1 splitter down the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of some overcast skies starting to roll in a little bit here. I don't think it's anything to be worried about. But I know that some other games in the Mid-Atlantic corridor are dealing with some rain delays. So stay vigilant. Infield plays Alcantara to pull. Cabrera in on the grass at third base. 1-1 pitch. Beck misses up and away with a fastball. Ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Back crossfire set. Kicks the leg to the plate. Loses a slider up and away. 3-1 on Alcantara. More than content to try to draw his walks here. He's second on the team. Nearly as many walks as strikeouts this season. 3-1 on Alcantara. Top of the order on deck. Moore at third, Keyboom at second. Beck the pitch. Alcantara takes. Fastball on the outside corner. Barely scraping the edge. Beck able to run the count full. Full count on Alcantara. Second and third, nobody out. The payoff, fouled in and out of the mitt of Sanchez. It came off of him and the home plate umpire, Austin Jones. Sanchez checking in on Jones, making sure he's okay. A little bit of a hug. Three-two again. Alcantara, line drive, right field. That's down for a base hit. Moore will score. Keyboom has to stop at third as you had to see that down. And Sergio Alcantara, the third straight hit of the inning. An RBI single cuts it to a 2-run game in the fifth. RailRiders 4, Pigs 2. Nice at-bat by Alcantara. Waiting out Beck a little bit. Looked like he was sitting that fastball. Got a lot of plate. Didn't try to do too much. Dumped it in front of Fernandez, who we've already seen tonight has a laser. So no chance Keyboom was going to try to score on him. And Shelly Duncan making a very slow walk out to the mound. De Los Santos has been throwing in the bullpen. He has not made a move to exit the bullpen yet, as Duncan, I think, might just be checking in on Beck here, or giving De Los Santos more time. I'm not sure which one it is, because Shelly just took the longest walk I have ever seen out to the mound. But De Los Santos still is not, and now he's going to call for the bullpen. Just as the clock was about to hit 30, a little bit of gamesmanship by Shelley Duncan. He's a guy who's able to know the rules and while he orchestrates it well. Makes the call to the bullpen. Gary De Los Santos is going to come on as Brenton Beck exits. Pigs with 3 straight hits chase him here in the 5th. They're down 4-2. We'll be back in 60 seconds with a new arm on the mound here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Right now,
the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick. The American Football Coaches Association Board expected to release its decision to support a 2014 college football player. Now, this is just like March Madness. We didn't ask for it. We're going to get it. I don't want 2014 players. We just got to 12. You want to do 14 or 16? Okay. Now we're going to 24. Well, how long are we going to be at 24? In last year's final AP Top 25, Iowa was ranked 17th with 4 losses. USC and Michigan, they were ranked 20th and 21st with 4 losses. So we're going to have teams with 4 losses. And of course the coaches are going to be in favor of this. Well, I made the playoffs. Well, you keep your job there, Jimmy.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Still in the bottom of the 5th, Iron Pigs have rallied a little bit here, chasing Brenton Beck out of this ball game. 3 straight hits to open the 5th. Have played it a run. Have the tying run now aboard at first. Go ahead, run of the plate as they trail 4-2. And a new arm on the mound for Scranton this year. De Los Santos replaces Brenton Beck here on this Lehigh Valley Chimney Specialist call to the bullpen, keeping the Valley safe, 1 chimney at a time. Beck goes 4 innings, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, gives up 6 hits. Right now responsible for 2 runs, plus the 2 runners still on base. De Los Santos 1-2 with a 3.63 ERA, 20 strikeouts, 7 walks, 17 1/3 innings this season, has given up 13 hits. He last threw on the 16th for Scranton, inning and 2/3, scoreless baseball. He has not given up a hit in his first 2 outings back for the RailRiders after a brief stint back up at the Yankees. First pitch to Stuart Baroa is a changeup that nibbles at the inside corner. 0-1, De Los Santos has made 2 appearances in the big leagues this season, 5 in the 3rd innings, only given up 1 run. Returns to Scranton last week, pitched on the 12th and the 16th. Strike 1 pitch, Baroa, a weak tapper up the first base side. Foul ball, 0-2. And De Los Santos firing strikes out of the bullpen. 6'3", 230-pound righty. Originally signed by the Pirates, a little over a year of service time between the Pirates and the Yankees. Baroa 0 for 2 today. Infield is back, looking to turn 2 here. Keyboom at 3rd, Alcantara at 1st. De Los Santos the stretch, 0-2, called strike 3. Sinker right there. Baroa looking for something else. Gets him looking. It's the first out of the 5th. Brings up Felix Reyes, DHing here in his first game back as an Iron Pig. It's a spot Pigs need Felix to come through. So often he did before he was calling up back in April. Now trying to foot the load again. First pitch. Felix swings, punches in the air, shallow right. On comes Fernandez, makes the catch. Keyboom tagging from 3rd. He's trying to score the throw on a hop his legs. Keyboom in with a headlong dive as Fernandez from right was sprinting in so hard he couldn't get a crow hop off. Instead had to throw on the run and still almost got Keyboom. But it's a sac, fly, and RBI for Felix Reyes. The Pigs have made it a 1-run game. They trail 4-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. And I'm surprised Fernandez wasn't able to get a crow hop off. Because if he does, he probably hoses Keyboom. So 2 outs, still a man at 1st. Batter is Dylan Carlson. Pitch in the dirt. Carlson lays off. Contra stays at 1st. Carlson got the Pigs on the board for the first time since last Friday night in Rochester, 25 innings ago, with a solo homer last inning. Now they've scored in 2 straight. Floodgates are open. First homer's a pig for Carlson as he swings the 1-0, pops it up, foul ground third base side by the Pigs dugout. Cabrera giving chase right in front of the railing, has enough room to make the catch, and the inning is over. Pigs, though, score twice, get back into this game. So we go to the sixth, one-run ball game, 4-3 Scranton, here at the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
The Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when two healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More locations, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network, together for the future of care.
Riverview Country Club is set along the scenic Delaware River corridor, just 2 miles north of Easton and Forks Township. Riverview's 18-hole championship golf course has established itself as one of the area's premier public golf facilities. Riverview offers 5 sets of tees for golfers of all levels to enjoy this course, complete with bent grass landing areas and bluegrass fairways. Its consistent great course conditions and beautiful panoramic views make Riverview a must-play course. Plus, Riverview Country Club has a pro shop that is well-stocked with the latest golf equipment and apparel to keep you looking sharp and on top of your game. Riverview Country Club also boasts the Villa on the Green, a beautiful banquet facility that is the perfect place to host your next corporate meeting or event. For more information on the course, season passes, to book an event, or book your tee time, call 610-559-9700. That's 610-559-9700. Or visit them at riverviewcountryclub.com. That's riverviewcountryclub.com. Come see what makes Riverview Country Club the premier facility in the area.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the sixth, Iron Pigs cut it to a 1-run game after a 2-run frame in the bottom of the fifth. After not scoring for 25 innings in a row, first pitch from Max Lazar to Seth Brown, breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. They go ahead and have outscored in back-to-back innings. Daniel Harper warming out in the bullpen for the Pigs as Max Lazar out for a second inning of work. Brown swings away, fouls it off. 0-2, I would not expect Max to finish this inning. Harper will likely come in to eat up whatever Lazar is unable to finish here in the sixth. 0-2. Called strike 3. That's the good splitter from Lazar as he rips it off and freezes Brown, who falls to 0 for 3 today for the first out of the sixth. I remember the first time Lazar threw the splitter came actually in a major league game that he whipped it out in the 10th inning against the Red Sox to strike out Roman Anthony. Ended up getting his first major league win because of it. Holly Sanchez, the hitter, 0 for 1 today with a walk. Lazar the wind, first pitch, curveball. Missed arm side, a little high. 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Scranton. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 2 errors for the Iron Pigs. 1-0 pitch, Sanchez in the air. That's going to get into the seats. 1-1. First of 6 this week. First of 4 series that these two teams will play in 2026. It tends to be the typical schedule for the two regional rivals. Will be the first time, though, in, going to go back and check the schedule, in a lot of years. 1-1 coming. Sanchez hits a topper out to short. To his right, Alcantara boots it. It deflects to Keyboom at third, who picks it up. But he has no play. It'll be an E6 on Alcantara, his 5th error in the past 11 games. And that was just a 3-hopper to short that kicked off right off his glove. Actually, it didn't even hit off his glove. It went under his glove and kicked off his foot. Hit off his shin. He ended up kicking it over to Keyboom at third base. So that's going to do it for Max Lazar as the error ends his night. Daniel Harper will come in out of the bullpen. We've got a pitching change. Be back in 60 seconds with a new arm on the mound for the Pigs here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is Two Pros and a Cup of Joe.
Yeah, baby. According to the fan in Pittsburgh, Rodgers is expected to be in town this weekend, and he is expected to sign.
You know, I think after the Aaron Glenn visit, he's probably scarred by any in-person meetings that aren't going to go anywhere. I'm sure he reached out to them and was like, hey, we're doing this contract, right? When I come back in, okay. I'm not going to walk in there and have you just be like, you like football, huh? No, we're going to go in a different direction.
Do you think McCarthy does that just to have fun? Like, just makes a joke out of it, like when he shows up?
I hope so.
Yeah, just to bust his balls.
I hope so.
Aaron Rodgers is, again, he's a fine football player still today, and may likely be the best option for them to win right now. But he's not your future.
Two Pros, LeVar Arrington, Brady Quinn, and a Cup of Joe. Jonas Knox, 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Still in the top of the sixth, the Iron Pigs trailing the RailRiders by a run. Pitching change for the Pigs as Daniel Harper comes on to replace Max Lazar. Lazar inning in the third. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 hit, 3 errors. Well, he is out on the mound, 2 by himself, 1 by Alcantara. And he departs with Ali Sanchez, the runner at first, his responsibility, although it cannot be an earned run on his ledger. As Harper takes the ball here for the rest of the sixth, 1 out, a man at first. Harper, right-handed pitcher out of the University of Kentucky. Making his 9th appearance for the Pigs, 1-0 with a .587 ERA, 7 2/3 innings, 7 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 9 hits. Ernesto Martinez Jr. greets him. He's 1 for 2 today. And the first pitch sinker from Harper. This is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Harper appearing for the first time since back on the 16th in Rochester. He only threw 2/3 of an inning in that series. 1-0 pitch, change up. This is arm side up and away, ball 2. Gave up 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Trying to go 2/3 of an inning today. The runner at first, 1 out. And Martinez will call time and step out. Sanchez at first, not a threat to run here. Infield swinging around to the right side for the left-handed hitting Martinez. Harper high leg kick, 1-1. Or 2-0 rather. Sinker misses down and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Pigs, only 2 walks issued here today, and final 2 games of the series, although they were shut out. 3-0, Martinez a green light. Fouls it back. 3-1. Although they were shut out, their pitching staff was actually nearly as good, and they actually went back-to-back games without issuing a walk. The longest streaks that they've had in franchise history. Harper at the belt, 3-1 on Martinez. Here it comes. Fastball misses. It's outside. Harper comes in out of the bullpen, walks Martinez to put runners at first and second with 1 out, and Jonathan Ornelas coming up next. Ornelas a base hit his last time up. Stole a base, came around to score. As Harper authors the first pitch, it's a fastball on the outside corner. 0-1, good spot. Harper will work with that fastball. It's a 4-seamer, also got a sinker, changeup. Uses a cutter and very seldom a slider. Time called by Ornelas. Digs back into the box. 4-3 lead for the RailRiders, top of the 6th. Harper ball behind his back. Puts it together. Hands at the belt. Lifts the leg. 0-1. Cut on and missed. Out in front of a changeup. Tagged as a sinker, but that at only 88 had to have been something off speed. Wonder if guys, when they see it pop up like that, get frustrated or think to themselves, make a mental note to go back and make sure that they change that. 0-2. This is down and away. That time it is correctly labeled changeup. 1-2. Or if it somehow works to their benefit, if some of the pitch tracking is just a little bit off and allows them to kind of fool their opponent into what they're actually throwing. 1-2 on Ornelas. Harper to the plate, and Ornelas pop-up. Foul ground, first base side. Peguero giving it a look by the sidewall. Runs out of room. Got pressed up against the netting. He went to jump after it, but it actually hit off the very top of the netting, which as soon as it hits that netting, it becomes a dead ball. Can't make the catch on the carom. Still 1-2 on Ornelas. First and second, one out. Harper the pitch, and Ornelas fouls it back up towards the press box and off the very top of the window. If I already had to replace one computer this year, I'm certainly hoping a second is not in tow. Shadows now covering the entirety of the diamonds. A little bit of sun rays hitting the right field wall. 1-2, just off the plate. Ornelas, a little bit of a twitch. Might have thought that was going to catch the edge. Two balls and two strikes. Harper working hard out of the bullpen. Walked Martinez, now Ornelas, 2-2, and before the pitch, time had been called as Harper ends up just lobbing it to the backstop. Harper, the most nonchalant reaction to that as well is kind of cockeying his head and saying, oh well, that's the way it be. 2-2 on Ornelas. McIntosh sets up inside. Harper a look to second. The 2-2, and Ornelas with a drive. High in the air, deep left center. Carlson Baroa giving chase up the alley. Still going back. It's off the base of the fence. One run comes in to score. That's Sanchez. Martinez to third. He'll stop there. So the relay throw in is cut off. It's an RBI wall ball double for Jonathan Ornelas, his second hit of the night. And the RailRiders stretch their lead again here. Now up 5-3 in the sixth. Sinker, 95 down the middle, caught a lot of the plate. Ornelas with his fifth double of the year. Good job by Baroa, not getting too close to the wall, able to limit Martinez going first to third there, but it does mean that the Pigs will bring the infield at least halfway in against Duke Ellis. First pitch, Ellis, foul tip at the plate, held on to by McIntosh. 0-1, so that makes the line final on Max Lazar, gives up 2 runs, 1 earned in an inning and a third of work. Or 3 runs, 2 earned, I should say. 0-1, this is down low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield now comes fully in for the Pigs. 1-1. Ellis fouls it off the mask of McIntosh. Actually knocks his mask off, and Aaron Jones is going to throw the baseball out to the mound and request some new baseballs. Give McIntosh a second or two. Check on the mask. Make sure he's okay. Make sure he's feeling all right. One and 2 on Ellis. He's reached base twice today. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the third. Dropped down a sac bunt and reached on an error in the fifth. 1-2. Ellis with a ground ball towards short. Runner breaking from third. Alcantara gloves. Throws to the plate. And Martinez now caught in a run down. He's tagged out by McIntosh. But the run down not long enough for any of the other runners to advance. So Ornelas ends up at third. Ellis at first. And there's 2 outs here in the sixth. Good rebound for Alcantara after his error earlier in the frame. So Ellis aboard at first on the fielder's choice. Good job by McIntosh as well, with Ornelas running towards third. He was already on the bag. He knew he could just run Martinez back to the bag, get the rundown over nice and quick, not allow Ellis to take second base, but I'm sure Duke slightly happy that he'll probably try to now have a chance to steal second base. Top of the order, George Lombard, the hitter. Runner goes in the first pitch. It's a called strike, and Pigs will not throw down. So Ellis gets a stolen base free of charge here. Second of the night for Ellis, now with 17 on the season. So a base hit would score a pair here for Scranton. 0-1 to Lombard. Takes a rip, fouls it back. Over the netting, over the roof. 0-2. Harper trying to limit the damage here in the sixth. 5-3 Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Taking advantage of the third error of the day for the IronPigs here in the inning. 0-2. Lombard with a weak tapper towards the backstop. Folks comply with the video board. Tell them to get loud. 2 strikes on Lombard. 2 in scoring position. 2 outs. Harper from the belt. Rifles home. And Lombard a line drive the other way. Coming in, De La Cruz has to play it on the short hop. Kicks off his shin, but he keeps it in front. 2 runs will score. It's a 2 RBI single for George Lombard with 2 strikes. And the RailRiders in front by 4. Their largest lead of the game. So they're now up 7-3 here in the top of the sixth. So 2-run single for Lombard. He's at first, 2 outs, and Yanquiel Fernandez, who hit a 2-run homer his last time up. He's got 3 RBIs today. Throw over to first, and Lombard scrambles back. 7-3 Scranton here in the sixth. Those 2 teams have alternated scoring since the Pigs got on the board in the last of the fourth. First pitch, Fernandez takes a fastball down the middle. 0-1, Lombard coaxed an error out of Max Lazar last inning. He's one of the RailRiders and Yankees prospects who uses the jump lead over at first, trying to get the momentum towards second base. He's jumping here. Harper now to the plate. 0-1. Fernandez grounds it foul at the plate. Trickle to the backstop off his foot. 0-2. On Fernandez, and before the 2-strike pitch, he's going to call time here and step out. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 3 runs home for Scranton here in the top of the sixth. 0-2. Fernandez fouls it back on a line over the netting, off the sweet level, and back down. On Fernandez, throw back to first, and Lombard dives back. 3 runs home for Scranton, second straight inning that they've put up a 3 spot. Seven runs on 8 hits for him. 0-2, slide step home, fastball misses high and away. 1-2. Infield plays Fernandez to pull, outfield a step or 2 towards right and deep. Lombard dancing from first, Harper the 1-2. Fernandez reaching for it, rolls a soft grounder out to short, Alcantara glove, slings it over to first. In time to get Fernandez and the inning over. But Scranton scores 3 in the sixth, extending their lead to a game-high 4. We go bottom 6, 7-3 RailRiders here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
Shop unbeatable deals on the hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Save up to 20% store-wide or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Plus, explore doorbuster savings, whether you're refreshing one space or your entire home. Now is the time to save big with these incredible holiday savings. Save up to 20% or enjoy 60 months no-interest financing. These Memorial Day deals won't last long. Don't miss out. Happening now at Ashley.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
Listen, it is not too late to stop this. Do not do this. Leave it alone. Don't touch it. It's damn near perfect. It's beautiful as it is. Stop trying to fix what ain't broke. And stop telling me that the tournament isn't the tournament unless the 15th place team in the SEC gets in. Stop jerking with the best event in all of sports, you pigs.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
We're celebrating 25 years of covering Lehigh Valley sports. Moments like state championships for Parkland and Bethlehem Catholic in boys volleyball. Covering the biggest moments in Lehigh Valley sports for 25 years. This is Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 AM in Easton.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Bottom of the sixth, IronPigs trailing the RailRiders 7-3 here. Scranton with their second straight 3-run inning. Jerry De Los Santos sticks on here for Scranton. Faces Leover Piquero. Leover swings the first pitch, rolls a ground ball the other way. To his left, Luciano able to flag it down, throw it first. And Piquero, one pitch, one out, here to begin the sixth. De Los Santos took over for Brenton Beck in the fifth. Second and third. Or first and third, and nobody outs. Ended up getting 3 straight outs. Did allow 1 run to score, but obviously limited the damage after that. Pigs had cut it to a 4-3 game. Scranton now leading 7-3 here in the top of the sixth. Brian De La Cruz, the hitter, 1 for 2 today. Takes a fastball at 93. On the inside corner, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. De La Cruz takes. Heater, 94 on the outside corner, 0-2. Pigs getting another righty up out in the bullpen. That would be another Major League rehabber, Zach Pop. 0-2 pitch. Fastball up high. 1-2 as we're getting a beautiful golden hour here with the sun setting. The rays of light streaking out and hitting the ads out beyond right. Beautiful hue overtaking the horizon. 1-2. De La Cruz able to fight off the sinker, bounced off the railing of the Pigs' dugout. Time of year when baseball skies thankfully finally start to reappear a little bit. De La Cruz calls time and steps out. In April, it just tends to be too cold, and the sun, sets so early in the day that you don't get these completely luminous skies. 1-2, swung on and missed. Fastball up and away. Down to chase. De Los Santos, his second punch out of the pen. There's 2 gone to 6th. Base is empty for Paul McIntosh. 0 for 1 today with a walk. Even with the hotter than normal temperatures today, I think I saw Jason Martinez of Fox 29 Philly. First pitch to McIntosh inside. Somehow got out of the way of that changeup as I thought that was going to clip him. Just ball one, he tweeted the first pitch for the Phillies game was the hottest on record for this day. 97 degrees, I think it was. 1-0 pitch is up and away. Ball 2. Thankfully, not that hot here in the valley, but next 2 days, obviously, or today and tomorrow, heat advisory. 11 a.m. First pitch tomorrow. It is going to be blazing. 2-0 on McIntosh. De Los Santos to the plate. Paul swings the chopper out to short. Charging is Lombardi. Gloves. Throws in the run. Plenty of time to get McIntosh. And the inning over. Pigs down in order for the first time since the first. And we go to the 7th. 7-3 Scranton here at the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hey campers, it's Jan from Toyota. This summer, we're headed to Camp Toyota, and the fun starts now. We're kicking things off by kicking up fun. Jump in, campers. We're going off-roading in a 4Runner. Next, we're heading to the hot springs in a RAV4. And finally, park your Tundras and Tacomas around the campfire because we're roasting marshmallows. Your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends June 1st. Toyota, let's go places.
There is no better place to get your high school senior portraits than digital photographic imaging. An award-winning studio located at 1321 North 18th Street in Allentown. Studio, outdoor, and on-location sitting options are available. Check them out on the web at allentownphotography.com or give them a call at 48268-1082. Whether it's high school senior portraits, prom or reunion, banquet or trade show, digital photographic imaging will be able to capture moments for a lifetime. Digital photographic imaging, the official photographer of the Lehigh Valley IronPigs.
Not everyone knows. The utility only delivers your electricity and natural gas. IGS Energy gives you the power to choose not only your rate, but also your source. Because while energy runs your gadgets, appliances, heat, and air, straightforward fixed-rate plans from IGS Energy can also fuel your peace of mind. It's why we're trusted by millions of households across the USA, and the official energy provider of your Lehigh Valley IronPigs. Explore your energy choices at IGS.com.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the seventh, IronPigs trailing the RailRiders 7-3. Sam Jelnick with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth as Zach Pop comes in out of the bullpen for his Good Shepherd rehab appearance today. Good Shepherd, the exclusive sponsor of Major League Rehab appearances at Coca-Cola Park. Nationally recognized experts in physical rehab, Good Shepherd gets you or your loved one back in the game, back to work, and back to everyday life following injury, illness, or surgery. For more, visit homerunrehab.org. Expertise, innovation, compassion. Good Shepherd. So Pop relieves Daniel Harper. Harper got the final 2 outs of the sixth, gave up 2 unearned runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, and no strikeouts. Pop the big righty, kicks the leg high, delivers home. Sinker just a little bit low at 98. 1 ball and no strikes. Pop been rehabbing here with the Pigs for a little over a week. Making now his 4th appearance. Gets a swing and a miss from Marco Luciano. 1-1. Pop took the loss last Friday night, giving up 2 runs to Rochester in the 7th. Stuck around and pitched the 8th, or into it, got 2 outs there. 1-1. Luciano grounds to the backstop. 1-2. So an inning and 2/3. Gave up a couple hits, a run. It's now 0-1 with the Pigs. 3 2/3 innings total. 3 runs, 5 hits. Pop 6'4", 220-pound righty out of Brampton, Canada. 1-2 on Luciano, the pitch. Fastball called strike 3. 97 outside corner, got him looking, but it's going to be challenged by Luciano. Scranton is 0 for 1 in challenges today. So see if they go 0 for 2, and they do. So Luciano, it's call confirmed on him. He's down looking. It's now 1 for 4 today, and that's the first out here at the 7th. Pop has lived quite a baseball life. 7th round pick of the Dodgers originally in 2017. Then traded to the Orioles as part of the Manny Machado deal, and then Rule 5'd by the Marlins. Ultimately traded by the Marlins up to the Blue Jays to pitch for his nation's team. First pitch is up and away to Oswaldo Cabrera, 1-0. Becoming one of very few Canadians to ever actually play for the Blue Jays. 1-0 to Oswaldo Cabrera. Fastball inside, chases him off the plate. Ball 2. He actually went to the University of Kentucky following a bit of a Canadian tradition as James Paxton, known as the Big Maple, also out of the University of Kentucky. Pitch comes home. This is up and away. 3-0 on Cabrera. Cabrera out of the cleanup spot is 0 for 3 today. There's probably a story somewhere on what made the Canada to Lexington, Kentucky pipeline possible. 3-0 pitch. It's on the outside corner. 3-1. (7-3) Scranton, top of the 7th. First of 6 this week. We'll be back at it early tomorrow morning for an 11 a.m. first pitch. 3-1. Cabrera sprays it to the backstop. 3-2. Three-two on the way to Oswaldo Cabrera, and he lifts it in the air down the left field side. It's going to get into the seats. Top of the seventh, one out. Scranton with one in the third, three in the fifth, three in the sixth. Pigs one in the fourth, two in the fifth. Snapping their 25-inning scoreless drought. 3-2. Sinker runs outside. It's ball four. Cabrera walks with one out in the seventh. Pop, one of two major league rehabbers right now in the IronPigs bullpen. Him and Max Lazar, and guessing both of them are lined up to throw Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday this week. Tank mentioned it on the pregame show that that's one of the things that, the Pigs have to work around, is making sure that everybody gets working, but the major league guys take precedent. And when you have starters who are working deep into games, pitch home to Seth Brown is rocked on a line, right center field, that's down for a base hit. Baroa has to play it on a hop. Up to second goes Cabrera, and Seth Brown snaps the 0 for today. He's got a base hit. Cabrera up to second. Brown aboard, base hit. 2 on, 1 out, and the batter is Ali Sanchez. Sanchez 0 for 2 today, reached on an error his last time up. Middle infield at double play depth. Outfield shades Sanchez the other way. First pitch, he swings, fouls it off the catcher McIntosh. Kind of looked like it jammed his thumb a little bit. Got Ernesto Martinez Jr. kind of doing the can-can in the on-tick circle, some high knees, and has a humongous frame. He's all limbs. He's filled out now. I saw Martinez play down at single A back in the day. 0-1, Sanchez, a soft ground ball to shortstop. Glove by Alcantara, deep in the hole. Goes to second. It's late. Relay to first, also late. And Alcantara, the internal clock, just a couple of ticks slow there. Fielder's choice. Sanchez reaches and the bases are loaded. And that was such a weakly hit ground ball. I'm not sure why nobody was telling Alcantara, hey, 1-1-1-1-1. Instead, he gloved, went immediately to second. It was too late. Could hustle by Brown, able to beat that out. So no error on the play, but a bit of a misplay. First pitch to Ernesto Martinez, misses up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Infield at double play depth again here on the pull side for the lefty. 7-3 RailRiders, top of the 7th. 1-0 pitch. Sinker is at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. It certainly has been tough for Alcantara at shortstop. Errors are one thing. The internal clock being a little bit off there. Throwing to the wrong base. 1-1 pitch. Martinez lifts a high fly ball, moderately deep left. Carlson backing up, camps underneath of it. Tagging from third, here comes Cabrera as Carlson makes the catch. He'll throw it in towards third. Cut by Alcantara, coming in to score is Cabrera. Sack fly and RBI for Ernesto Martinez Jr., his first RBI of the day. And Scranton opens up a 5-run lead. It's 8-3 here at the top of the 7th. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, and now Jonathan Ornelas, who doubled off the wall in left center, driving a run his last time up. First pitch. Ornelas swings, it's a weak chopper, left side, charging Keyroom from third, tries to glove, it's off the tip of his glove, falls at his feet, and everybody's safe. It'll be an infield single for Ornelas, his 3rd hit of the day. So a tough inning here for the IronPigs. No errors on the plays by Keyboom and by Alcantara, but plays that you wish you could get outs on. The base is loaded and 2 outs. Out to the mound goes pitching coach Phil Condare with Pop's pitch count getting up to 18 here. You're going to get somebody up in the bullpen just in case things maybe get out of hand. Nobody's started to throw yet, but they are starting to do some exercises at least. Limber up. Base is loaded, 2 outs after the mound visit. 8-3 Scranton now here in the top of the 7th. Duke Ellis, the hitter. Left-handed bat, takes a look at the first pitch sinker. Down the middle, 0-1. Ellis base hit, scored in the 3rd. Sack bunt in the 5th. Fielder's choice, stole a base and scored in the 6th. Strike 1 pitch, Ellis waves away to high fastball. 0-2. Pop throws exceptionally hard. Everything he throws moves, sinker, cutter. Also has a slider on top of it. Kind of a very slow, deliberate motion even out of the stretch, and then it just, boom, jumps on you. 0-2 pitch. Ellis off the hands, a fly ball, shallow right. De La Cruz coming in, calls off the center. Oh, Baroa calls him off at the last moment and makes the catch towards right center for the final out here in the 7th. Scranton Wilkes-Barre does play to run, stretches their lead to 5, and we go bottom 7, time to stretch. It's 8-3 RailRiders here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hey, this is Jonathan Knight, your favorite new kid. Memorial Day means massive savings on every run. Shop Ashley now.
The savings are massive on the hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Sale, with hot buys starting at just $2.99. Save up to 20% on all Ashley furniture, or enjoy 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. These Memorial Day deals won't last. Shop today at Ashley.
This is the Jason Smith Show.
Check this out.
With Mike Harmon.
I gotta say this, even though people aren't gonna like it, and it's gonna go against the narrative of Luka and what we've had since the trade, this horrendous trade, and Nico Harrison getting fired for it, and Mavericks fans getting so upset. The thing is, and this is what people don't understand. Now you start to see a little bit of why the Mavericks traded Luka. Here's Luka out when the Lakers need him the most. They have a huge run at the end of the year. They show they can be an NBA favorite team. But without Luka, where are they going? And this shows you a little bit of why the Mavericks were hesitant to give Luka money and to keep him, and why they moved on from him, because this is something that goes along with paying Luka and living in the Luka universe, is that stuff happens. He's not the most durable of guys.
You're listening to Jason Smith with Mike Harmon. Weeknights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 1230 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Hope you got a good stretch in. We go to the bottom of the 7th. IronPigs trailing the RailRiders 8-3. Yuri De Los Santos stays them out here for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. I noticed his outings for the Yankees all came kind of in bulk relief, covering 2 or 3 innings, and most of his outings for Scranton Wilkes-Barre this year have been more of the limited inning or 2 varieties. But he is now working into his 3rd inning out of the bullpen. He's gone 6 up and 6 down actually out of the pen, although he did allow an inherited runner to score back in the 5th. 7-8-9 due up. Dylan Moore leading it off. De Los Santos the stretch. First pitch. Fastball. Swung on and missed. 0-1. It's now 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the RailRiders. 3 runs, 6 hits, and 3 errors for the IronPigs. Moore, Keyboom, Alcantara due up. De Los Santos at the belt. Kicks the leg. 0-1. Down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of big moves across the Phillies organization past 48 hours as far as the minor league side is concerned. 1-1. Moore pops it foul back over the screen. 1-2. Honestly, the Iron Pigs getting Felix Reyes back, Otto Kemp going up, adding the pair of Dillons last week, Moore and Carlson. Kirby Sneed signed to a minor league free agent deal, added to the roster today as well. A lefty, 1-2, up and away from De Los Santos, 2-2. Across the rest of the organization, though, also some pretty significant stuff, including Gage Wood getting jumped from single A Clearwater to double A Reading. 2-2. Moore out in front, swings and misses, change up from De Los Santos, pulls the string, it's down on strikes, third punch out of the day for De Los Santos, and there's one out here as we begin the bottom of the seventh. Might have heard us talk about it before, but Wood still being at high A or single A to begin the month of May was kind of shocking to a good few of us. And now there's kind of an answer for it. It's the Phillies. First pitch to Carter Kieboom. Off the hands, pops it up behind the plate, into the crowd. 0-1. The Phillies didn't view high A as a necessary step for Wood to take. So I would expect Wood to be with double A Reading ostensibly for the rest of the year. Is there a chance, strike one pitch, De Los Santos misses down and away, 1-1, that he pitches well enough and ends up with the Pigs for the final month? I think so. Is there a chance he pitches well enough to end up with the Phillies by the end of the year? I'm not convinced of that. 1-1 pitch. Kieboom pops it up on the infield this time. Back of first. Brown calling for it. Arms outstretched. Back pedals onto the outfield grass and makes the catch. 2 outs. Brings up Sergio Alcantara. Alcantara, RBI singled his last time on. Phillies would really have to be in a bind pitching-wise to bring Wood up. I don't think he would be an option out of the bullpen. I don't think they're going to do that in his development for as long as he remains to look a starter. First pitch change up to Alcantara, splices the outside corner, 0-1. One pitch. Alcantara sprays it off the top of the netting, careens up and into the suites. Oh, 2 on Alcantara. De Los Santos delivers. Check swing. Fastball away. No appeal. Alcantara even held it there for an extra beat. One, 2. Check swing again. Change up in the dirt. Appeal to third. He held on. 2-2. De Los Santos 8 up, 8 down out of the bullpen. It is the former Iron Pig and Phillies farmhand. Zach Messenger is actually up in the bullpen. 2 outs, bottom 7, 8-3, Scranton Wilkes-Barre. De Los Santos set his break even. Sinker a little bit high, and Alcantara has run the count full. Three and 2, the payoff. Alcantara off the hands, lifts it shallow left. Shortstop Lombard racing out. Left fielder Ornelas coming in. Nobody can see it in the lights, and it's over Lombard's shoulder. It falls for a hit. Alcantara sprinting for second, beats the throw, and he has a gift of a double. Credit to Lombard giving that as much of an effort as he did, almost flagging that down. But Ornelas in left just never saw it. And Lombard just racing out, still going. Man, he almost got there. Ornelas froze, and Lombard, that's a hard thing to do as a shortstop when you know that your left fielder's having trouble seeing the baseball. And off the bat, you got to just give it that effort. And he still almost A, caught the baseball, and B, gave him a shot to throw out Alcantara at second base. But it is the second hit of the day for Alcantara. Snaps the string of 8 in a row retired. First pitch to Stuart Baroa. It's a called strike, 0-1. So we'll see if the Pigs can take advantage of the gift here that the Dusk Monster at Coca-Cola Park is giving them. Pitch to Baroa, a ground ball up the middle and into center for a base hit. Alcantara flying around third. He'll score without a play. And Stuart Baroa cashes in on the Dusk Monster double by Alcantara to make it an 8-4 game here in the last 7. RBI single for Stuart Baroa. You can see De Los Santos frustrated out on the mound. Thought he had gotten the final out of the inning. Twilight had other ideas, and that's going to do it for him. And Zach Messenger loosening out in the bullpen. Shelly Duncan will take his slow walk out to the mound. Yuri De Los Santos will hand over the baseball, hand over the pitch comm unit as well. And we've got a pitching change. Pigs trying to rally here in the 7th, down 4. Back in 60 seconds here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is The Herd.
You got to be consistent.
With Colin Cowherd.
They treat quarterback like it's a slot corner or an off-ball linebacker. We may get to it at the trading deadline. Let's see what plays out in the preseason. That's how they do it. The Eagles, a great organization. They had Carson Wentz. They drafted Jalen Hurts. Belichick, during Brady's best years, every couple of years he's drafting a quarterback. The Green Bay Packers, it's an industry. They draft Aaron, sit 3 years. They draft Jordan Love, sits multiple years. The Pittsburgh Steelers don't do it that way. And, I mean, basically, Big Ben had his last great year was like in 2020. The following year, Big Ben fell off a cliff. Their game plan was Mitch Trubisky, who had been a backup in Buffalo, and Kenny Pickett, a massive overdraft. They treat quarterback with absolutely no urgency.
This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
Wow.
Weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Pitching change for the RailRiders as the Pigs have chased Yuri De Los Santos out of this game. Zach Messenger will take over on this Lehigh Valley chimney specialist. Called the bullpen, keeping the Valley safe, one chimney at a time. Zach Messenger replaces De Los Santos, who goes 2 2/3 out of the bullpen. Should have been 3 innings perfect, but a pop-up was lost in the twilight dusk down left. It dropped for a double for Alcantara. Baroa singled him home. De Los Santos leaves with a run on his ledger, plus Baroa at first base, his responsibility. So Messenger inherits that man at first, 2 outs. Messenger, former Phillies farmhand. I think of the wrong guy. Messenger making his 12th appearance of the season, 3-0 with a 4.01 ERA, 24 2/3 innings, 20 strikeouts against 14 walks. First pitch home to Felix Reyes. It's lofted in the air, right center field. Ellis and Fernandez coming together. It'll be the right fielder Fernandez, make the call to catch, and the inning is over. So just one pitch for Messenger to end the 7th, and we go to the 8th. Pigs now down 4 here at the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Prepare to have your mind blown by Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Lasers.
Can we cut all that? That's not going to convince anyone. Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. And none of this noise is going to convince you that Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste, because the only thing that'll make you believe that is trying it yourself.
And lasers!
No lasers. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
This is Connor Brown with another scoreboard update presented by Ashley. The Iron Pigs get 1 in the bottom half of the 7th, but still trail the RailRiders by 4 as the score sits at 8-4 as we head into the top half of the 8th. Going on right now around the International League. Heading into the top of the 9th, Syracuse with a 4-run lead over Buffalo, 9-5. Charlotte right now leading Gwinnett 5-2 as they continue play in the top of the 7th. Top 6 in Columbus, the Clippers right now in a 1-run hole against Louisville, 3-2. While Jacksonville leads Norfolk 2-1 as they head into the top of the 6th. Top 5 in Worcester as the home team trails the Red Wings by 1, 4-3. Memphis with a 1-0 lead over Iowa in the bottom of the 2nd. Nashville beat Durham earlier today 6-5, and Omaha 5-3 over St. Paul. While Indianapolis and Toledo had today's game postponed due to rain. Now let's go back with Sam. Let's the Iron Pigs trail by 4.
Thank you, Connor. Like you said, Iron Pigs trail by a 4 spot. They do get 1 back in the 7th to make it a 4-run game here. RBI single for Stuart Baroa. Zach Pop comes back out for the 8th. I would expect Pop to probably get an out or 2 and then probably depart. They might have him go a full 2 innings because he has not done that yet here on his rehab. Might be one of the last things that they're looking to get out of him. So we shall see, but Pop does stay in here for the 8th. Gave up 1 run in 7. A little bit of bad luck defensively for him. Top of the order is due up. George Lombard Jr. leading it off. Lombard 1 for 3, 2-run single in the 6th. Pop from the first base side of the rubber. Comes set. Tan glove, long red sleeves here even on a hot night. First pitch. Fastball at 95. It's on the inside corner, 0-1. Strike 1 to Lombard. Checks the swing. Slider down and away. Both bullpens quiet for the moment here, so Messenger, who only needed 1 pitch to end the last of the 7th, will stay on to pitch the 8th. 1-1, fastball, swung on and missed. Cutter up and in, down to chase. 1-2. Watching Pop go about his business as a guy who moves rather slowly on the mound, very methodically. The leg lift takes a little bit, and then he gets rumbling down the hill. 1-2. Slider is outside, 2-2. And he comes at you. 95, 97. Really makes you wonder how any hitter does it. Let alone that Pop's velo out of the bullpen is, it's good velo. 2-2. Lombard fouls it back. Nearly caught up to that 96-mile-an-hour cutter. But it's become so commonplace that Pop, doesn't throw a 4-seam fastball. He just throws the cutter and the sinker, because throwing 98 or 99 straight these days, it's not going to get it done. 2-2 pitch. Lombard swings, hard ground ball to short, sliding Alcantara. It's under his glove on the backhand, into left for a base hit. Will be a single for Lombard, his second hit of the day. Again, though, another play that Alcantara, you'd love for him to come up with. Defensively continues today, has been, less than ideal. Iron Pigs going into last year, you really wondered who was going to be the shortstop, and it ended up being Rodolfo Castro, who hadn't commandeered the shortstop position, led that spot for a number of years. Ended up actually being okay out there. First pitch to Yanquiel Fernandez, humongous swing and a miss, 0-1. Coming into this year, looked like, okay, it's going to be Aiden Miller, who, by the way, Don Mattingly says, has begun light baseball activities. I don't know what that entails, but it's a step in the right direction. 0-1. Fernandez cracks it high in the air, center field, moderately deep. Baroa throwing his arms out. Does he know where it is? He does. Makes the catch. 1 out, I think, trying to maybe bait Lombard at first, and thinking that he had lost it. He had my attention. 1 out, brings up Marco Luciano, as the Pigs are now going to get somebody up in the bullpen. Looks like not Michael Mercado. It is Grant Holman. Probably finish out the game. Luciano hits 1 for 4 today, man at first. And sinker pops them in on the outside corner, 0-1. But Miller has started light baseball activities. I won't even try to say that puts him on a timeline to put him here anytime soon. But obviously, he would have been the starting shortstop this year for the Iron Pigs. Whenever he is ready, 0-1, fastball up and in. 1-1, he will be the one that will play shortstop 5, if not 6 days of the week. So it leaves the Pigs and the Phillies in a bit of a precarious position of finding a depth infielder to fit in here for the Pigs, knowing that he's just keeping Aiden Miller's seat warm. 1-1, Luciano, a little late on the slider. Swings through it, 1-2. There's other good rehab news abounding, as Gabe Rincones had his rehab move to High A Jersey Shore. Same with Eric Prito. They should be back sooner rather than later. 1-2. Luciano late. Grounds it towards the RailRiders dugout. Foul ball. He and Anthony continuing his rehab with Clearwater. Will probably be back sooner rather than later as well. Maybe by the end of the month. 1-2 pitch. Luciano breaks his bat. One hopper toward short by Alcantara. Ranging to his right. Can't flag it down. Suggests hitters by him. And Luciano trades the bat for a base hit. His second hit of the day. Runners at first and second. One out for Oswaldo Cabrera. First and second, one out for Oswaldo Cabrera. Walked against Pop last inning. Came in to score a run in the seventh. Switch hitter batting left. Takes the first pitch, sinker, outside. One-0 pitch, runners take off, fastballs down and the runners will take their bases uncontested. Lombard to third, Luciano to second in a double steal without a throw. Puts runners at second and third for Scranton. Just had Pop timed up. Wasn't checking the runner. And Scranton in now a place to potentially put this game away. Second and third, one out, 2-0 on Cabrera. Infield now in, 2-0 pitch. Fastball fouled back. 2-1. Pigs have already thrown out one runner of the plate here today. That was in the sixth with the infield in. Cabrera wallops it high in the air, deep to right. They're not throwing out a runner of the plate here as that baseball hammers the back set of ads in right for a skyscraping three-run homer for Oswaldo Cabrera, his fourth of the season. And Scranton has opened it up here in the eighth. They're on top 11-4. I don't even know how he got to that pitch. That was a cutter up and in. Above the belt, in off the plate, and he somehow turned on it. Cabrera not a big guy, and my goodness, he got every stitch of that. That'll do it for Zach Pop as Tank Adamson out to the mound. He's going to go to the bullpen. Pop's rehab done today. Got a pitching change back in 60 seconds here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Right now,
the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick. The American Football Coaches Association Board expected to release its decision to support a 2014 college football playoff. Now, this is just like March Madness. We didn't ask for it. We're going to get it. I don't want 2014 playoffs. We just got to 12. You want to do 14 or 16? Okay. Now we're going to 24. Now, how long are we going to be at 24? In last year's final AP Top 25, Iowa was ranked 17th with 4 losses. USC and Michigan, they were ranked 20th and 21st with 4 losses. So we're going to have teams with 4 losses. And of course the coaches are going to be in favor of this. Well, I made the playoffs. Well, you keep your job there, Jimmy.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan and the Danettes and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Still in the top of the eighth, IronPigs now down 11-4. Scranton Wilkes-Barre ripping this game open, getting some insurance on a 3-run homer by Oswaldo Cabrera, chasing Zach Pop out of this ball game. Grant Holman will take over in his place. Pop's final line, inning in the third, 4 runs, 5 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. Grant Holman takes over for him on the mound. Holman couple appearances now with the Pigs, 2 of them. He's gone 3 innings total, given up just 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and has yet to allow a run. Base is empty, 1 out. Holman faces Seth Brown. Brown, originally a 19th round pick of the Athletics out of Lewis and Clark State. Pitch is fouled back, 0-1. A fellow alma mater of where Connor Brogdon went to college, an NAIA powerhouse. Brown from the left side, facing the tall Reddy Holman, 6'6", 250 down the hill. This is inside of the fastball, so he has to jump out of the way of that. 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies trail the Reds 4-1 in the top of the 8th at CBP as the Phils look to make it 6 in a row. They're going to have to rally for a second straight game. Brown gets a hold of the 1-1 out towards right center field and deep. Baroa back to the track at the wall, and that baseball's gone. Back-to-back homers for the RailRiders off of 2 different pitchers. Cabrera off of Pop, and now Brown off of Holman. And it's 12-4 RailRiders here in the top of the 8th. 7th of the season for Seth Brown. And Scranton just pouring it on here in the 8th. That's their second 4-run inning of the day. They've scored in every inning since the 4th. First pitch misses to Ali Sanchez. Ball 1. Sanchez 0 for 3 today with a run scored. 0-1, cut on and missed, or 1-0 rather. Splitter cut on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Fastball snipes the outside corner from Holman. 1-2. Holman recently claimed off of waivers. He's bounced around a good deal over the past couple of months. He was DFA'd by Detroit, where the Phillies scooped him up. Actually began spring training with the Athletics. Got DFA'd a couple of times. Went from organization. 1-2. Splitter down low. 2-2. Called strike 3. Fastball right there. Sanchez looking for something else. And Holman able to freeze him. Second out here in the 8th. Brings up Ernesto Martinez Jr. Martinez and RBI his last time up with a sac fly in the 7th. 1 in the 3rd for the RailRiders, 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and 4 here in the 8th. First pitch, Splitter's a little low, but McIntosh is going to challenge that. Pigs only have 1 challenge left, so down 12-4, might as well use it. And upon review, call in the field is overturned. It's actually the first overturned call of the night. So Austin Jones called a pretty good game behind the plate. Martinez from the left side with the stance takes up nearly the whole batter's box here. 0-1, cut on and missed. Chased the fastball running away from him. Martinez, for reasons unknown to me, with lime green batting gloves, lime green cleats, and a lime green elbow guard. Dude just loves lines. 0-2. Splitter down low. 1-2. I respect that. Either loves the color lime, maybe the fruit. I too love the fruit. Is it fruit? Yeah. 1-2. Martinez lifts it in the air down the left field side. It's going to slice into the FCU picnic patio. I'm not sure I'd ever let my taste in fruit dictate my color palette of my apparel. Big lemon guy, all yellow. 1-2 again. Martinez reaching for it, hooks it on a line down the right field side this time, and hooks off the netting. Still 1-2. 12-4 RailRiders in the top of the 8th. They've hit a pair of homers here in the frame. They've got 3 long balls in the day. Fernandez, Cabrera, and Brown. And De La Cruz, who tried to pick up that baseball and right threw it into the crowd, and somebody dropped it. So, let's throw it back into the crowd. This time he plants it firmly in the middle of the section out and right, where a throng of kids goes after it. 1-2 on Fernandez. The pitch. Fouled back again. Staying alive here. One-two again. Fernandez pops it up. Skyscraper left side of the diamond. Third baseman Kieboom called off by the shortstop Alcantara, who makes the catch in between second and third to retire Martinez and end the inning. RailRiders, though, score 4 times to extend their lead. We go bottom 8. Scranton 12, Lehigh Valley 4 here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Shop unbeatable deals on the hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day sale. Save up to 20% store-wide or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Plus, explore doorbuster savings, whether you're refreshing one space or your entire home. Now is the time to save big with these incredible holiday savings. Save up to 20% or enjoy 60 months no-interest financing. These Memorial Day deals won't last long. Don't miss out. Happening now at Ashley.
Man, whenever I use a sports book, I feel like I'm just getting robbed blind.
Dude, you've got to delete that app. You need to be using Polymarket.
Polymarket? How are they any different?
Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against other fans just like you, not the house. That means more money for you and less for those greedy sports books.
For real?
Yep. Sports books take around $9 on a $100 position and then pay out around $500. Polymarket pays out $650 on that same position.
What's the catch?
No catch. Even better, it's available in all 50 states. Polymarket is so confident that you'll never go back, they're giving you $50 free on your first trade.
I'm deleting my sportsbook app. How do I get started?
Download Polymarket now and use promo code HEAT for $50 free for your first trade. Stop letting sportsbooks steal from you. Download Polymarket and use promo code HEAT for $50 free on your first trade. Use promo code HEAT.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 1230 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the 8th, IronPigs trail it by 8. Scranton 12, Lehigh Valley 4. 12 runs, 14 hits, no errors. For the RailRiders, 4-8-3 for the IronPigs, as Dylan Carlson leads it off here in the last of the 8th. First pitch misses up and away to him. Ball 1. Carlson with a solo homer. Back in the 4th, snapping the Pigs' 25-inning scoreless streak. Scored again in the 2nd, once more in the 7th, but Scranton just been overpowering today. 1-0 fastball, blew it by him. Carlson swings and misses 1-1. Messenger got Felix Reyes to fly out to end the 7th, 1 pitch and 1 out. Comes back out here for the 8th. Right-handed pitcher set at the belt, delivers home. Change up, fades onto the outside corner. 1-2. Infield plays Carlson to pull here. Messenger the stretch, 1-2, and Carlson just barely able to wait out a changeup. Nicks it to the backstop. One-two, swing and a miss. Got him chasing the changeup again. Off the plate, Carlson down swinging, 1 away here in it. 11 a.m. first pitch tomorrow, bright and early. Hope you got your coffee ready. Hopefully you'll be at work, minding your own business, finding a way to check in on us every now and again. will be Tucker Davidson against Adam Kloffenstein. 11 a.m. for first pitch. First pitch fastball to the over Piguero. It's up high. One-0 pitch. Piguero swings and clubs it high in the air, deep to left. Ornelas going back onto the track. It's going to die in front of the wall. He makes the catch, and Piguero's bid for a long ball comes up shy. Continues to look for his first homer of the season, despite being top 5 in the International League in doubles. Two out, space is empty. Brian De La Cruz 1 for 3 with an infield single today. First pitch from Messenger is a breaking ball. Up and in, 1 ball and no strikes. Messenger 3 up, 3 down out of the bullpen is between he and De Los Santos. The RailRiders bullpen has allowed just 2 base runners. De La Cruz turns on the 1-0 way out in front. Drills it deep out of play. Down the left field side. Ball to strike. Outfield straight away, infield straight up. Messenger tan glove at the belt, lifts the leg high to the plate, breaking ball down low. Right on right matchup. Messenger, the 2-1 pitch. De La Cruz off the thumbs, fouls it back to the screen. 2-2. Two and two on De La Cruz as Messenger eyes a 1-2-3 inning. Breaking ball just misses. Sanchez framed it there for a sec, really stuck it, but couldn't get the call. Three and two on De La Cruz, the payoff pitch. Fastball, called strike 3. Outside corner, 95, blazes over the edge. De La Cruz down looking, and Zach Messenger with a 1-2-3-8. We're on to the 9th, 12-4 Scranton. Here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
The scoreboard. Our hopes and dreams rest on the outcome. But it doesn't show the sacrifice it takes to win, or the pain of accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back from impossible odds. Here for all the moments that matter. The name trusted for over 80 years and accepted by top doctors and specialists. Capital Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Have a home run of a summer right here at home, because in Pennsylvania, a real getaway is never far away. Get back to nature in the Pennsylvania wilds, where you can experience some of the darkest skies in the Northeast. Make a splash as you float down a scenic river with your crew, or hike your way through Pennsylvania's 124 state parks. Unplug this summer and unwind your way in Pennsylvania. Find your great next American getaway at visitpa.com.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More access, more doctors, more convenience. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network, together for the future of care.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the 9th, Iron Pigs trailing the RailRiders 12-4. Scranton with a barrage of offense today. Pigs did have it at a 4-3 game at one point, but Scranton really, since then, it's just put this game out of reach. Grant Holman came on to finish the 8th, 6th round for the 9th. First pitch, Jonathan Ornelas for strike, 0-1. Scranton with 3 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, and 4 in the 8th. while the Pigs only won in the last of 7. Stretch in the 0-1. Ornella's a line drive over a leaping Moore at second and up the right center field alley, cut off by Baroa towards the track. Ornella's a super hard turn, hits the brakes, gets back to first, and just beats the throw as Alcantara fed Piguero. And Ornelas with a leadoff single and a little bit of excitement on the back end of it. 4th hit of the day for Jonathan Ornelas. 3 singles, 1 double. Brings up Duke Ellis, 1 for 3 today. Single, sac bunt, couple stolen bases, couple of runs. Left-handed hitter, home in the stretch, his first pitch. Splitter misses off the plate, 0-1, or ball 1. Piguero plays back for the runner at first, 1-0 pitch. Fastball finds the bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Ellis out in front, waves away at the splitter. 1-2. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Another good splitter ripped off by Holman there. Second strikeout out of the pen for him. 1 out. I don't know if it is purposeful or not, but some of the arms that the Pigs have been, or rather the Phillies have been acquiring here in Lehigh Valley have come armed with pretty good splitters. Holman being one of them, Jackson Rutledge, another guy with a good splitter. First pitch to George Lombard, swung on and missed. 0-1. I wonder if, Phillies like the characteristics of those pitches, but also a chance to work up close and personal with them. Maybe try to learn a little bit. 0-1 pitch. Lombard lays off a slider. Down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. (12-4) RailRiders, top of the 9th. 12 runs, 15 hits for Scranton, 4 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors for the IronPigs. 1-1, splitter darts down and away from Lombard. Ball 2. Pigs eyeing their 4th consecutive loss, which would be their second 4-game losing streak of the month. 2-1, Lombard swings and drills it deep right center field. Baroa on the run, not going to get there. It falls and goes to the wall. Picks it up off the carom, fires it into the cutoff man, jogging over to third Ornelas, and Lombard will trot into second with a double. For a moment, it looked like Baroa was going to close enough ground on there. That ball just kept on slicing away from him. Too much ground to make up. Lombard, after starting the day, 0 for 2 with a walk, 3 for his last 3. Now 16 hits for Scranton. Ties the most hits the Pigs have allowed in a single game. That was May 10th against Buffalo. Pigs getting somebody loose out in the bullpen. Second and third, 1 out. Pitch to Yanquiel Fernandez, and he lifts it high in the air, deep to right. De La Cruz back, looks up, and it's gone. Second over the day for Yanquiel Fernandez. He's got 6 RBIs in the night, and this one is officially, well, more than a blowout. It is 15-4 Scranton here in the ninth. Just sat on the splitter there, or fastball rather, and turned on it to right. 6 RBIs for him. He's got 3 hits. 11 homers in the season for him. Base is clear for Marco Luciano. 2 for 5. Swings the first pitch. Taps it foul at the third base side. 0-1. Every loss is a loss is a loss and so on, but 0-1, cut on and missed. 0-2. John McMillan getting loose out in the bullpen for the IronPigs. But with breaking the shutout streak, getting on the board only for the pitching staff to take a step back today, it's one of those ruts. 0-2. Splitter is down low, 1-2, where, it's one step forward, two steps back. IronPigs, barring something historic, traumatic, and unforeseen in the bottom of the ninth. 1-2 is swung on and missed. Punch out of Luciano for the second out here in the ninth. Third for Holman. Well, the win on May 14th against Rochester, which snapped a 4-game losing streak. This will be the 8th loss in 9 games for the Pigs. It'll drop them to 4-12 in May. And over their last 19 games, first pitch to Oswaldo Cabrera is grounded to the backstop 0-1. They will now be 4-15. On Cabrera. He had a 3-run homer his last time up. Switch hitter batting left, takes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like Zach Messenger will finish it out for the RailRiders as there's nobody up in their bullpen. One, fastball, flew it by him. Cut on and missed. 0-2, or 1-2, beg your pardon. Holman at the belt, 1-2. Splitter drops off the outside corner. Can't get him to chase. 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Up and away. Full count. Three-two pitch. It's outside, ball 4, and Cabrera walks. Inning continues for Seth Brown, who actually greeted Holman with a homer back in the 8th. Brown 2 for 5 today was his 7th homer of the season. 15-4 Scranton Wilkes-Barre here in the top of the ninth. First pitch, Brown waves away to Splitter. Comes up empty, 0-1. So Scranton will end this game by scoring in each of the final 5 innings. And in 6, the final 7. 0-1 off end of the bat, popped foul and out of play. Behind home plate, 0-2. Oh, 0-2 on Seth Brown. Man at first, 2 outs. 0-2. Line drive toward short, leaping Alcantara. It's over his head and into left center for a base hit. Going first to third, Cabrera, bobbled by Baroa, but will reclaim it, throw it into second. Gets by Moore, but backed up by McIntosh at the plate. Runners in the corners, 2 outs, and we are going to have a pitching change. John McMillan's been thrown out in the bullpen, so he'll take the baseball and come in here as Holman unable to get the final out here in the 9th. Go ahead, take a break. Be back in 60 seconds. It's now 15-4. Scranton Wilkes-Barre in the top of the 9th. Back in a moment. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Right now,
the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick. The American Football Coaches Association Board expected to release its decision to support a 2014 college football playoff. Now, this is just like March Madness. We didn't ask for it. We're going to get it. I don't want 2014 playoff. We just got to 12. You want to do 14 or 16? Okay. Now we're going to 24. Well, how long are we going to be at 24? In last year's final AP Top 25,
Iowa was ranked 17th with 4 losses. USC and Michigan, they were ranked 20th and 21st with 4 losses. So we're going to have teams with 4 losses. And of course the coaches are going to be in favor of this. Well, I made the playoffs. Well, you keep your job there, Jimmy.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dennis and you.
Weekdays 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Still in the top of the 9th, IronPigs trailing Scranton Wilkes-Barre now 15-4. Scranton pouring it on with 3 here in the 9th on the Yankiel Fernandez 3-run homer. Grant Holman unable to get the final out here in the 9th as he goes an inning in the 3rd. Right now on the hook for 4 runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Responsible as well for the runners still on base at 1st and 3rd. So McMillan will try to sit down Alvy Sanchez here, the 8th man to hit in the 9th. McMillan, 8th appearance, has given up 9 runs, 8 earned in 6 and 3rd innings on 8 walks, 6 strikeouts, and 5 hits. Hard-throwing righty, 6'3", 230 pounds. Sanchez hitless here today. 0 for 4, has scored a run though. Right on right matchup, first pitch, slider. It's up high. Oh, 1. Heater at 95, just a little bit high. Two-0 coming. Slider gets the call, just about there on the outside corner. Sanchez didn't really agree, but both teams at this point, well, the RailRiders are out of challenges. Pigs only have 1. 2-1. Slider tapped foul plate. 2-2. Two and 2 on Sanchez. 2 outs, top of the 9th. The pitch. Sanchez swings. It's a fly ball left field, chasing Carlson back step or 2, but he's got it lined up. He makes the catch, and the inning over. Scranton tags on 3 more here in the 9th on the Fernandez homer. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Pigs need 11 to tie, 12 to win it. It's 15-4 RailRiders here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
Find unbeatable savings on the season's hottest styles during Ashley's Memorial Day event. Save up to 20% on all beautifully crafted Ashley furniture. Or take advantage of 60 months no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Ready for better sleep? Enjoy free upgrades on select adjustable bases and get king-size comfort for queen-size pricing on select Ashley mattresses. These limited-time Memorial Day deals won't last, so now's the moment to upgrade your home in a big way. Shop today at Ashley.
Catch Lehigh Valley's only nightly sports talk show, The Happy Hour, weekdays at 4 on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. in Easton, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com. We cover Lehigh Valley and the national sports scene with great guests, rankings, polls, and more. Missed any part of the show? Listen to the podcast. Just search Happy Hour Allentown on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Go to the podcast section of lvfoxsports.com and download the Happy Hour podcast daily.
We're celebrating 25 years of covering Lehigh Valley sports. Moments like Lehigh's C.J. McCollum being the 10th overall pick in the 2013 NBA draft by the Portland Trailblazers. Covering the biggest moments in Lehigh Valley sports for 25 years. This is Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 a.m. in Easton.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m. and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Last of the ninth, last chance for the Pigs, trailing Scranton Wilkes-Barre 15-4, staying their third consecutive loss to the face. Zach Messenger trying to finish this out for Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Bullpen for Scranton's done a good job today. De Los Santos, 2 2/3, only 1 run. Messenger an inning in the third scoreless. Brendan Beck started, went 4 innings, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Paul McIntosh leads it off here in the ninth, 6-7-8 due up. Right on right matchup, Messenger to the plate. Cutter. It's down the middle. 0-1. Two teams will pack up and, be back here in 12 hours for game 2 of the series at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. 0-1 pitch. McIntosh checks the swing. Cutter outside corner. 1-2. Then we'll be back to 6:35, or 6:45, I should say, Thursday and Friday, 35 on Saturday, and 1:15 on Sunday. Oh, 2 on Paul McIntosh. Messenger fires off the end of the bat. McIntosh breaks his bat on a squibber towards second to his left. Luciano flag it down. Second baseman throws to first. Gets McIntosh 1 away here in the last of them. Right now, the win goes to Yeri De Los Santos. The loss would fall to Ryan Cusick. Or not Ryan Cusick, beg your pardon. Cusick was out of the game by that point. Actually, no, he was charged with the second run, so would be on Cusick. Fall to 0-4. First pitch, Dylan Moore. Fastball, checks his swing, breaks his bat on a weak number up the first base side. It's a foul ball. Man, seeing him check that swing, the sound of the bat, I was scared for the moment he got hit in the wrist. It sounded like not a broken bat, but a broken bone. So Moore will get a new piece of lumber, dress it up a little bit with some pine tar. One of the few guys who still uses the rag for the pine tar. Most guys, it seems like, are pro spray at this point. I'm with Dylan. I think the rag is the way to go. I think it's better. One strike on Moore. 0-1. Sinker zips in on the outside corner. 0-2. Pitch. Slips out of Messenger's hands. Breaking ball over the head of Moore. Bends out of the way of it. Ducks down. Gets what's left of the crowd riled up a little bit. Why not? Pigs down 15-4 here in the bottom of the ninth. One, 2 on Dylan Moore. Messenger trying to recover from that wild pitch. 1-2. Check swing. Slider down and away. Appeal to first. Ooh, he held up. Raul Moreno says he stopped the swing in time. Looked a little close, but guess not. Messenger readies up. 2-2. Trying to get him to chase the slider down and away again. Lays off. Full count on Moore. Carter Keyboom on deck. Messenger deals. Moore fights it off. Fouled back. Three and 2 on Dylan Moore. 1 out. Bottom 9. Payoff. Called strike 3. Fastball right there on the outside corner. Moore pantomime swing with one hand after it already hit the mitt of Sanchez. It's down looking. Third strikeout for Messenger. Last hope for the Pigs is Carter Keyboom. 15-4 Scranton. Pigs have allowed a season-high 18 hits, 15 runs. Pigs 4 runs on 8 hits did snap their 25-inning scoreless drought. First pitch to Keyboom. It's a breaking ball in the outer half. 0-1. One strike on Keyboom, who's 2 for 3 today with a single and a double. 0-1. Checks the swing, but the breaking ball slithers onto the outside corner. 0-2. Pigs down to their final strike. 0-2, coming home. Breaking ball is way outside. (15-4) Scranton, bottom of the ninth, as we start the Iron Rail 2026 edition. 1-2 to Keyboom. Carter just gets a piece of it, chops it to the backstop. Messenger trying to wrap this up himself. 1-2. Keyboom, ferocious cut, but got it off the end of the bat and dribbles to the backstop. Stays alive, though. Messenger, 2 innings, perfect out of the bullpen so far. Going to go 2 1/3 to finish it. Only going to be his 30th pitch out of the bullpen. 2 outs, bottom 9. 15-4 Scranton. The 1-2. Keyboom with a ground ball towards the hole at short on the backhand. Lombard has it, sets the feet, throw on target. And this one is over. That's the ball game. Final score, it's the RailRiders 15 and the IronPigs 4. We'll go ahead and take a break. Come back with totals and a recap next. It's Staybridge Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you win, sometimes you try to get it all in, sometimes you don't know what's in store, sometimes you find the what, sometimes you hold it easy to breathe, sometimes 1-1 makes so much to love along this ride, that's why Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company. Thanks for listening to IronPigs Baseball. IronPigs Baseball is brought to you by naming rights partner Coca-Cola, presenting partner Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, B. Braun, The Morning Call, and WFMZ Channel 69 News. Now it's time for the Staybridge Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show with Sam and Jelinek.
Welcome in to the Staybridge Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport post-game show. Sam Jelinek with you. Get you totals and a recap before we hand things off to Connor Brown for the rest of your evening. Tough one tonight for the Pigs, as it has been for most of the month of May, going back to the final few games of April. Pigs, their 4th straight loss, 15-4 tonight. The good news is they snapped their 25-inning scoreless drought with a Dylan Carlson homer. The bad news is Wilkes-Barre scored a lot more runs than that. It's offensively a little bit of a, or pitching-wise, a bit of a step back for the Pigs today after they pitched really well late in the series against Rochester. So with that aforementioned totals and a recap, the best way to put this game in perspective, early on, pitching was doing its thing again for the Pigs. Scranton got on the board first, but the Pigs tied it with Dylan Carlson solo homer in the last of the 4th, which was their first run since the 5th inning back on Friday against Rochester. Just their 6th homer of the month as well. They picked it up after that. Scranton Wilkes-Barre took the lead with a couple runs in the top of the 5th. Pigs answered back, though, with 2 to make it a 1-run game at 4-3. From there, though, it all fell apart. Some errors, some long balls, a lot of hits. Scranton ended up scoring in each of the final 5 innings of the game. 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th, and 3 in the 9th, walloping 4 homers in total. Yanquiel Fernandez with 2 of them. He drives in 6 runs to lead the offense. Pigs ended up not scoring 1 run in the bottom of the 7th, but other than that, they really didn't threaten as they cut it to an 8-4 game at that point. Scranton running away with it at the tail end to take Game 1 of the series and Game 1 of the 2026 edition of the Iron Rail. Final line score here is the RailRiders, 15 runs, 18 hits. That's a season high allowed by the Pigs. No errors, they leave 9 on base. For the Pigs, 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors, they leave 4 on base. The winner is Yeri de los Santos, he's now 2-2. The loser is Ryan Cusick, he's 0-4. No save required in this one. We started at 6:08, finished at 9:19. Time of game, 3 hours and 11 minutes in front of 6,659 here on Tuesday night at Coca-Cola Park. With a loss, the Pigs fall to 20-26 in the season. It is their 4th consecutive loss, their 8th in 9 games, and now their 12-16 here in May. Scranton, they improved to 24-20. They have won back-to-back ball games and now lead the Iron Rail 1-0 this season. Pigs will try to rebound. Won't have a lot of shut-eye to get it done, but we'll be back in about 14 hours. 11 a.m. first pitch tomorrow as it'll be Tucker Davidson on the mound for the Pigs against Adam Kloffenstein for Scranton. Davidson's been throwing the ball pretty well of late, 2-1 with a 5.64 ERA. Kloffenstein 1-1 with a 4.55 ERA. First pitch 11 a.m. tomorrow, pregame at 10:30 as always. That'll be the next time that I talk to you. That'll do it for my portion of the broadcast here on Tuesday night. As always, big thanks from me to you for making us part of your Tuesday evening. Big thanks to Connor Brown back in the studio, keeping me company here for this one. As always, big thanks to all of our great partners that make IronPigs Baseball possible. Our naming rights partner, Coca-Cola, presenting partner, Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners, Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, Be Broad, The Morning Call, and WFMZ Channel 69 News. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning for Game 2 of the series, about 14 hours from now. Until then, your final score tonight is Scranton Wilkes-Barre RailRiders 15 and the IronPigs 4. The Pigs, their 4th consecutive loss, will try to rebound tomorrow morning. Until then, I've been Sam Jelinek. As always, thanks so much for listening. Connor Brown is you the rest of the way here in the Staybird Suites, Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
If you are looking for retirement living that includes all of your home maintenance and is filled with resort
Was
stuff,
fun having you back, Connor.